And welcome in, everybody. I don't know why you were all surprised that I didn't stream yesterday. I literally said on Tuesday, I won't be streaming on Thursday because it's new deck reveal day. Oh, I should probably turn the music off so I don't get demonetized on YouTube. Can't have that. Mark, thank you for the money. I appreciate you. You might want to tell your accountant that you have an addiction to somebody who's really weird on the internet and talks about feet a lot. So yeah, for the patch on Tuesday, there's a little bit. We're getting a Team Rocket theme that I'll talk about in a second. They didn't give us any pictures or a preview or anything. But the Eevee's Prismatic Parade rewards, those go out on Thursday. So that's kind of cool. And then you're also getting 2-year anniversary rewards in Charizard sleeves, a top hat. Actually, I guess, hang on, let me see if I can find the other one. I'll move the thing if I can find it. Where is the 1-year top? Or wasn't it just like a New Year's top hat? Hang on. Okay, so this is the Lunar New Year top hat. This is the New Year top hat. This is the 2025 top hat. That's the 2023 top. That's the 2020. So we're just getting a new top hat. Oh, there it is. So that's the first anniversary one. Do you think it'll be a different design, or do you think it'll just be a 2? Do you think they'll just put a 2 on it? Or will it have an actual new design? We will find out. I'm super excited. Did you hear the fart? Okay, and then yeah, you also get Nidoking EX and Crobat EX, and then a deck for the Twin Battle Trainer Trial, which is kind of sad because apparently they've already run out of ideas for trainer trials because they're repeating one, even though we know that Rental Rumble is going to be a thing. So they've apparently given up already, even though they asked the community for ideas and we gave them ideas. They've already run out of ideas apparently, which is kind of sad. But you know, that's the PDC GL dev for you. So yeah, I think it was Shiny Ray mentioned. It only took 3 years to get a dark mode, but it's not going to be a dark mode. It's going to be a dark theme in the menu. So that is a little bit different. It's not a dark mode. It's a dark theme. Don't you just love the creepy avatar? Yeah, he's going to look at you the whole time. So there's going to be music in the menu. There's going to be new visual effects when you put a trainer card into play. So they already do that with the trainers Pokemon. Just when you play a regular trainers Pokemon, there's like that little purple thing that happens. And then Steven's Metagross is getting fixed. The Alolan Exeggutor is getting fixed after like 6 months. And then you get a better quest. That's about it. It's a very just nothing fix. And it's basically the bare minimum of what they could do without actually fixing the game. But hey, we're getting new music and new visual effects, so that's a thing, right? And default, I would say for this one, no, because it's really stupid, right? Like it's just expanded commons and uncommons, which is really dumb. It's like, hey, do you want to do some expanded uncommons and let's play yeah, let's play with this Meowth. Let's be a hooker. No, it don't play this trainer trial. It's not very good. There's other trainer trials that might be good. Like the GLC one was good. You gave a shout. I can't undo the shout out. Okay, take back Clan Burglar. You're gonna be banned from being a mod if you keep this up. And 180 stream streak. You getting banned from the stream, you'd never recover from that. A 2 and a different color, yeah, pretty much. So the game is still going to be garbage? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, so it's just Grimmsnarl all day. We got Grimmsnarl Blissey, Grimmsnarl Scraggy, Grimmsnarl Pecharunt, Grimmsnarl Morpeko, and Grimmsnarl Scramble Switch. So they're all kind of bad. Like, they're all bad in their own way, which is really nice. But, you know, maybe if we can get 3 games out of this, maybe I'll make another video and be like, ooh, I'm doing Grimmsnarl again. Get excited, because there's nothing else to focus on, because the set is out, but it's not out. Huh. This is a starting hand. This is one of the starting hands of all time. And just default, if you're asking if they're going to fix the game, you don't even have to continue. The answer is no. You could just stop the comment of, will they fix the game? The answer is no. They've had 39 months and they haven't done it. Okay. Do I think Cerule Edge is good right now? It's playable. Of course we're facing, whose fault is this? I wonder, was there a YouTuber who uploaded a video on this and then did a stream on this? I wonder, was there possibly a huge steamer who did this? And of course I started the Regigigas, and that was possibly the worst thing. Possibly the worst thing I could have started was the Regigigas. All right, well, I mean, if we don't top deck anything good, I'm just going to concede because we know we're going to lose this one anyways. Well, that was fun. Super fun game. I know if this was like an actual deck, I would have just gone for an Impidimp and, you know, played the game and had fun. And I got 50 experience for doing nothing, so that's really cool. Oh, yeah, if you haven't watched my video from yesterday, the Ethan's Ho-Oh deck and the Mewtwo deck, they're literally, well, not literally perfect, but they're pretty much perfect. Right? Like, everything you need to play Ho-Oh Magcargo or Mewtwo, they're there. The Typhlosion is just kind of chucked in there because, you know, because they couldn't really say, like, oh, we want to do Ethan's Ho-Oh. And we want to have Magcargo, but we also want to have Typhlosion. Okay. This is a much worse start. We'll start with the Regigigas again. It worked so well last time. We'll just go with the Regigigas again. That was so great last time. And Sonny, thank you for activating the hype train. You've gifted 26 subs. That's pretty good. You know, I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, so Regigigas cannot... Well, okay, the Bravery Charm's an interesting choice on the Pikachu, right? Because we can just Munkidori it to hell. But I think we just, attach to the Munkidori, and then if they have a Crispin, I guess I want to have the Mew on the field. I don't even... Yeah, I guess we have to put the Mew down. Wait, that was you can gift 12 months? You gifted 12 months of Tier 1 to Shiny Ray. Shiny Ray is literally the richest person in PDCGL and PDCGO. And you gave them a year subscription, Sonny? Are you a crazy person? I mean, thank you. But what if I just decide to stop streaming? You're not going to remember to refund that. I don't even know if you can refund a gifted sub. Oh, remember what I said? Remember what I said if they just get a Crispin? Yeah, we're all crazy people here, but who gives someone a year of subs? I can probably charge back, but it wasn't money though, right? Okay, so they have to get rid of 3 energy. This is a wacky matchup here. I guess we just put the Mew in the active and go from there. Because they don't have a Power Glass on the Pikachu. They don't have, like, I just copy Topaz butt. Okay, that's fine. I should not have put the Mew down. That was a huge mistake, but they have to get rid of all of their energy. I was like, they're not going to have Crispin and bosses. Oh, they're going to have Crispin and Prime Catcher. Much cooler. Great hands we're having here. I mean, I wouldn't even have been able to use the counter catcher, so I would have been able to Mew for 1, and then I would have lost the Munkidori anyways. Yeah, how do you refund that? How exactly can one go about refunding? Just a question. Like, did you mean to gift a full year? Because you put us from a 0 hype train to a level 4 hype train. Because I guess Twitch counts it as 12 gifted subs. So you single-handedly brought us to a level 4 hype train. And remember, this is like the last time you can buy a sub to my channel and almost get enough for a Crunchyroll subscription. Remember, if you buy 2 subs to your favorite streamers. And Sonny, well, then why would you give him so many monies? Why would you give him so many dollar monies if you didn't like him? Yeah, if you want to get some Crunchyroll, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but you can get a month of Crunchyroll Mega so that they like mail you a waifu or something. That they mail you a waifu and a bottle of lube, and you're good to go because they know what kind of people are getting a Mega sub. Okay, well, at least we can bring somebody up, I guess. You know, we're playing the game, right? We're just gonna Regigigas, TM Evolution, Counter Catcher the hands, and then we draw 3. What could possibly go wrong? We have 10 supporters in the deck. This will be a bosses. Okay, I'll take an Iono. Can we get a Spikemuth or a Trolley or a Nest Ball? Okay, that's cool. That's fun. You're fun. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, there and there. And then I guess we just go get... Do I get the Chansey or do I get an Impidimp? I guess I get the Chansey. And then we just go experience share, experience share. Seems cool. Well, you say 2 full games, and yeah, I probably should have kept the TM Evolution and got rid of an experience share, but whatever. We know PDCGL is going to screw me over. Yeah, I don't play Poffin, because the only cards you would be able to get anyways are Impidimp, so I play 2 Spikemuth. Maybe we need 1 less experience share, 1 more Spikemuth. Because it's Precious Trolley, 4 Arven, 4 Iono, I think a boss is, and then a Surfer. And then we have Mew, we have Skibbity. And ooh, what Choo Choo emote did we get? Did they just rip everything? All right, well, there's no way they're gonna super rod energy back in and somehow find it. Thank you. Thank you for the fart your pilot. I appreciate that. And I will note that they didn't mention in the patch notes that the V-Star marker is going to be taken away. I mean, it is kind of embarrassing that the V-Star marker is still here 2 months later, right? That's not good. It's not good that we still have V-Star markers 2 months after the last V-Star rotated out of standard, and they haven't been like, oh, that's on our known issues and that's on our things we're going to fix list. No, it's just kind of a thing, and they don't really seem to care. I don't think you attacked... I mean, I don't think you attacked with the Pikachu. You should have used the Joltik, right? That 100% should have been an attachment on the Joltik. Ooh, hello. Not that we... It's a little late, but, you know, I'll take it. Okay, so we just go... Precious Trolley... And then we go get an Impidimp. I also have Roaring Moon, because why the hell not? Okay, actually, do we want the Defiance Band on... I guess we want the Defiance Band on that guy. Okay, and then we go Mew EX for something. Okay, that's next turn. And then I think I move an energy to the Regigigas, because this is going to kind of force them to do something. Okay. Who's Tim Danklin? Is that some sort of D's nuts joke? Give him the handy? Yeah, we gotta give him the handy. But like, if I just attack a couple times with Regigigas, yeah, like this sort of forces their foot. And I did reply to someone about the Gothitelle. Why is it always the same size hand and not the same size foot? But like, this is totally fine, right? And Shiny Ray, I know. I held off doing that because, like I said on Discord yesterday, oh my god! This is insane! I can't even... Oh, actually, I may have taken out the Counter Catcher, I'm not sure. But this is insane. We'll find out, though. Okay, so we put the energy that we don't have on the Mew. But no, yeah, I said on Discord that literally right as I was about to hit export or upload or one of those things, right as I was about to do that, I was like, okay, before I do this, I'm just going to check for the patch notes one more time. And wouldn't you know it, literally at that exact second, the patch notes went live. So I had to add that, you know, this is future pilot coming hard. All right, so let's go. I mean, I guess we just go Night Stretcher for the energy, and we attach it to the Regigigas. We restart for 2. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but I'll go and get a... Do we have Counter Gain? Okay, I may have taken out the Counter Gain, and of course, as soon as I take out the Counter Gain, it rears its ugly butt. Well, yeah, people always do, like, oh, it's, you know, it's me from the future. And I'm just like, well, wouldn't it be funny if I actually did, like, a future joke? Like, something that actually happens in the future? All right, so as long... Actually, even if they get... even if they Crispin, we could still win, which is hilarious. Okay, this is really good. We have a Regigigas that is kind of useless right now. We have a Grimmsnarl. We probably have a Blissey. The Rescue Board, I'm not sold on. You know, maybe Latias is better. Yeah, I mean, the Rescue Board's just kind of like, well, if I start a Munkidori... I think the Rescue Board's kind of dumb. Right? I think maybe a Switch would be better, or like a second... Are you freaking kidding me with this crap? Or like a second Surfer or something, just, you know, like a Switch. Because my dudes in here do kind of have thick retreat cost, which isn't great. And I gotta find a freaking Iono, because they showed me a Turo would even be decent. That is true. Okay, that's fine. That's even more fine? Okay. Never mind, I take back what I said. No, not a youngster. We will not be luring any youngsters into our Precious Trolley. So as soon as I take out the Counter Gain, would have been a great time for it. As soon as I think about removing the Rescue Board, oh no, Rescue Board's coming in clutch. Of course they put a freaking thing on the Joltik. Wait, who did I... Oh, I knocked out... Did I knock out a Joltik? So they put another Joltik into play? They must be prepping for Galvantula to knock out my Grimmsnarl then, eh? Alright, so we go Rescue Board. Boom. Retreat. Do I take the knockout with Regigigas here? Because if I take the knockout with Regigigas, then that only gives up a single prize and I don't have to worry about some crazy Galvantula play. But how many Crispin are they down? They're only down 2? That's not good. How many grass are they down? They're down 2 grass. There's no way they got it. Absolutely no shot they got it. Easy dubs for Trust Your Pilot. We'll go get the freaking Blissey. Okay, and then we're going to move an energy from the Grimmsnarl. Okay, those are literally the worst cards I could have gotten. Thank you so much. Literally 3 unplayable cards. Okay, and then I think in this situation, we just put the damage on the Pikachu, right? Because if I have to knock out this Pikachu, I want to be able to... I'm not that stupid. Okay. One of these days, I'm going to forget that I'm going to do it, and then you're going to be like, are you really that dumb, Pilot? And I'll be like, no, it was just a joke, you know? Just a funny pilot joke. All right, if they have the Galvantula and 2 energy, we're screwed. But I think the Arven play confirms that they can't do it this turn, right? Because they can't play Crispin, they can't put a Counter Gain or anything on the Joltik. Yeah, that's fine. This would be a perfect game. Wait, you pinned the Fart Your Pilot comment? And Skybreaker? Okay, that's fine. Because I can literally just knock out the Ursaluna. But they can't attack with it. So they need a bosses for game, but they have to be out of bosses at this point. They have to be out of Gust cards. Alright, I mean, sure, let's happy switch an energy onto the Mew. Okay, we go Shadow Bullet. They can still win, it's just much less likely. right? They would need to go attach bosses and knock out the Mew. And I will note that I have regretted having the Mew in the deck because it's so weak, right? Like, yes, I can copy some really good attacks with Mew, and it's a free retreater and it draws cards, but it's like, you only got 180 hit points, bro. You know, we're out here roaring our moon and squawking our billy. Seriously? This is... And Razor, thank you. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, even though it's a Prime sub. Hey, wait, your balls have changed color, I think. Type something in chat. Your balls may be a different color. They might be blue right now. Do they just have it? The freaking Mew EX has lost me multiple games now. The balls are gone. Oh, they're quick now. Sorry, the balls are quick. And Steven, am I going to Portland? I am not, because that's in America. And I'm Canadian. We don't go to America where we're in Canada. Well, to be fair, we would not have even gotten to this point if it wasn't for Mew. But yeah, like maybe... Yeah, maybe we change some things up here. You got to start Heroes Caping the Mew, but we need the Precious Trolley more than anything. And me and my dog, see, I gave my dog blue balls. You know, I enjoy giving my dog blue balls. And Steven, sorry, you sound slightly American, but also friendly. I got confused. No, I mean, the problem is, you know, if I go to America, I might not be able to come back because they'll think my bottle of foot lotion is anti-freedom. Yeah, it's the Canadian accent, mate. It's the Canadian accent. Really threw you off, mate. Okay, we're starting the Fezandipiti, but we do have the trolley. Okay, so this is what? Arven for Rescue Board? What's the maximum amount of syrup? Oh, I think this is a win. Unless this is Grimmsnarl, then it's probably a loss. What's the maximum amount of syrup one can take across the border? Into Canada, there is no maximum amount. Into the US, unfortunately, you're not allowed to do it. It's just, you know, it's too rich, you know? Boshi, what have you missed? Multiple losses. I'm not quite sure if it's a stroke or if I'm going to win this game, but I have a feeling something's going to go well right now. Are you kidding me? Do you listen? I mean, that's me trying to select the Morgrem. I mean, I didn't want to, but the fact that I can't, I mean, you're taking freedom away from me. What is this? Canada, where we don't have freedom? What is this? Okay, so I think we just want to get double Munkidori. Ooh, only one Impidimp seems risky. I think this is a 2 Impidimp game. What was that noise? That was me clicking my keyboard because my keyboard is futuristic and it has a clicking function. Okay, so I'm not super well versed in this matchup because, I mean, who is? But I think we go Arven for Rescue Board. We don't prize it, which is great. We go get Rare Candy. And we Rescue Board. Well, step 1, don't start the freaking Fezandipiti. That seems like a good place to start. Don't start the freaking Fezandipiti. All right, and then we go TM Evolution. We evolve into Blissey and Morgrem. And did you get the joke in the title? Did you understand the joke in the title? It's more Grimmsnarl. It's more grim style. Snarl? Style. Which Blissnarl matchups are you familiar with? None of them. Well, the thing is, I would have liked to have one Morgrem, right? Because I was always going to evolve into the Blissey just so I can do something with the energy. Like, I was never going to go get 2 Morgrem when I can just rare candy. Like, if they don't take a knockout this turn, they 100% have to go. Yeah, that's fine. They 100% have to go rare. Oh, crap. But I'm going to be able to draw literally all of the cards. I think this means they're about to get it, right? Because they haven't played a supporter. So they played Spikemuth. Yeah, got Grimmsnarl. So they'll go for rare candy. Probably, yeah, probably Iono, Rescue Board. It all makes sense. It's all coming together. Just like me and for the win. Never mind. You know, that video yesterday, that sure was some cool video about the free decks. Yeah, the Ethan's Ho-Oh free deck. It's not a 10 out of 10. It's like an 8.5, just because the Typhlosion line is kind of just jammed in there for not really much reason. It's like, oh, Ethan also has Typhlosion. Let's put the Typhlosion line in there. I'm not complaining about the fact that it's in there. I'm complaining about the fact that it's a little weird that it's in there. And of course, we went from an amazing hand to what the hell is this garbage? But that's fine. Okay. We gotta lock in here. Okay, do I shuffle the deck is the main question. Ooh, okay. Yeah, yes, we do. I think we definitely shuffle the deck because we win now. The question is, do I go for a Chansey? Yes, I think we go for a Chansey because I'm cool like that. And then we go Spikemuth. And Steven, no, it'll be on Thursday. Thursday is when Destined Rivals and all the free stuff happens. And Mark, I'm glad you learned a lot. Hopefully you also learned how to, you know, be chill and be cool. And you just punk up all 5. It's never, you never have to think, you know, with their deck, they're like, oh, I got to be careful. I got to pay attention to my energy and make sure I don't overload somebody. Oh, that would be so awful if I blew my load too early. Oh, no. And then I'm just over here like, I don't care. Blow your load all over me. Just shadow bullet, punk up everywhere. All right, so we go 3. Didn't even need the Fezandipiti, but we got it. Ah, crap. Yeah, I mean, I don't really need the energy, right? So let's just go Iono. And maybe I should have knocked out the snow run, but I have a feeling, again, you know, I had a feeling that this was going to be a good game. I have another feeling, a tingling in my nether regions, if you will, that the Froslass is going to help us more than it helps them. No, I think the snow run and then the Froslass is actually better. I heard you should play this with Leafeon. I mean, yeah, okay, who's out here squawking their Billy and snarling their Blissey? Not many people. You know, this is a Trust Your Pilot original. I'm sure there's other people doing it. Little Tone, Arven, I have not made Arven's boss stiff yet because it's not out yet. And there's an Iono. That's great. Okay, so they got 2 Munkidori. I got 2 Munkidori. It's... we're just whacking each other off for 30 damage a bunch of times. It's very fun. Very riveting gameplay. No, Little Tone, there is no way that Mabostiff is a good deck. I've actually seen more decks in Japan run Team Rocket's Persian EX than Mabostiff EX. Because that is how bad Mabostiff EX is that a card that may never be able to attack is better. And that's wacky. Like a thwacky. Okay, so if we knock out the Grimmsnarl, then I guess we just go for the Impidimp, right? And the Leafeon would be handy. Yeah, I would definitely give them a handy if I could. Definitely in front of a mirror. But I would need to put like Luminous Energy or something. Wait, is Blissey basic? Yeah, it's only basic, so I need to put like Grass Energy. No, Mabostiff is never good. Okay, there is no universe, no world where Mabostiff is a good card. You will not be able to convince me of that. All right, let's just get the Morgrem. Hey, we could select the Morgrem now. What a crazy concept. Being able to play Pokemon cards. All right, so let's go Happy Switch. We're going to have to Iono them. All right, so order of operations doesn't really matter here. I guess I just want to go experience share on this guy. Defiance Band on... yeah, because we're doing 180. That's a knockout on their Grimmsnarl. And then I don't need anything from the bench. So yeah, order of operations doesn't really matter because I'm not going to be taking a knockout. We're actually going to be wiping their butt, which is really nice. No one, like, I'm sure Little Dark Furry and For the Win will make, you know, I'm sure I can already read For the Win's title. I already know what For the Win's title is going to be. I made the greatest Mabostiff deck ever. My Mabostiff deck is so much better than you think it is. Oh, my boss is so stiff after playing this. All right, 1, 2, 3, and then we just, well, we're not wiping the board, but I am getting rid of their Grimmsnarl and their Impidimp because they got super greedy and they didn't trust their pilot. And would you look at that? We just took a 3-prize turn. Truly, you take out one of the monkeys? Why? They don't have any Froslass. Grimmsnarl is the main threat, and I have 2 monkeys. Yeah, see, obviously if they didn't have another Impidimp, if that was a 3rd monkey, then yes, 100%. We just go for the monkeys. We spank the monkeys. But them putting Froslass into play behooves me greatly, right? You take out their attackers. Yeah, they're going to item lock me, but I'm fully set up. I have 2 Blissey in play. They could potentially trap a Blissey with Counter Catcher, which is very annoying. But if they don't do that, then we're in the game. As long as they don't boss trap my Blissey, because I don't have 3 energy, right? Maybe I should have split up the energy, so that was a bit of an oopsie. And of course, we had Surfer in our previous hand, and now it's gone. And then we had an energy in our previous hand, and that's gone. And it's all great. It's all great. All right, as long as they don't Counter Catcher. That's the difference between winning and losing here. No counter. Well, that's GG. Okay, how do I ensure victory here? Is there... And don't you love how that one random Munkidori doesn't have the damage counter on itself properly? Okay, so let's go Spikemuth. Get the Morgrem. We 100% knock out the Badoo. And then I think we just heal our Grimmsnarl. Yeah, we just heal the Grimmsnarl. We knock out the Badoo. Great card. Thank you. Thank you, PDC Gel. I appreciate you. Okay, and then we go... Hang on. So I can move 3 more, so we can knock out the Froslass. And then I guess I just load up a monkey. And we have to be very smart here, and we split the beams. There we go. We get rid of the TM Evolution. We get rid of the Counter Gain, because we're going to never need the Counter Gain. And then we go Shadow Bullet. Load up the monkey. And then we win next turn. It is so simple that even my own child could come up with this plan. Okay, I'm starting to recognize that maybe we have too many tools in the deck. You know, maybe 2 TM Evolution and 2 Experience Share and a Counter Gain and a Defiance Band and a Rescue Board. Yeah, I Am Legend. Unfortunately, you know, I met I Am Legend's mom 25 years ago, and it was the biggest mistake of my life. So yeah, maybe cut some tools, maybe cut the Mew EX, or at the very least have a Turo. Well, yeah, not a penny. Have a Turo, so you can maybe heal a really heavily damaged Grimmsnarl. It's just, I wanted to hedge my bets here, and I was like, okay, we'll have Counter Gain, so I can attack with Regigigas for 3 energy. I can attack with a Blissey for 2 energy. I can attack with Fezandipiti for 2. I can attack with Mew for 2. There's a Roaring Moon in the deck that I've literally never seen. You can't attack with Munkidori. So it's just like, I was covering my bases. Right? When you're whacking off for the first time and you don't quite know what you're doing, you just gotta spread the love. You gotta spread everything so you cover your bases. And you just go from there. It's that simple. Okay, they do realize they can't knock out my Munkidori, right? They do realize that this is game. If no matter what, this is game. You know, I know that Marnie's Grimmsnarl Froslass has a lot of comeback potential and never gonna let me down. Well, it's a safety net, right? The whole point is that it's a safety net. And, you know, Regigigas has a 4 energy attack cost. What if you... Okay. You're still... Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. The game is still over. And are the damage on the Chanseys looks lower than it should be. Oh, so that's a glitch. We found a glitch. So look at that. The Munkidori has its HP bar heightened, but the Chanseys that got devolved don't have their HP bars embiggened. Oh, yeah, they can see. I was like, what the hell just happened? So we just discovered a glitch, and it's not something anyone else would notice. It's only someone who's played 9,200 games would notice, is that the HP bar was boosted, but if you get devolved, it doesn't show up. But it doesn't matter. I beat off Reina. Okay, so that was, oh, we gotta put their name, Reina 15X. So all I need is 3 games for this video, and it can be any of the Blissey decks, because I was going for a smorgasbord video. I will admit I did not HP glitching. Thank you, Ace Wang. And never gonna let me down. Well, no, the counter gain, I understand, and yes, you wouldn't know it, but there is a Roaring Moon in this deck. Regigigas does seem kind of redundant, but it's like, well, if I'm facing Dragapult and they have a Stranglehold, then we just go for it. You know, Surfer, I like to have. I think you can cut an experience share. Defiance Band isn't necessarily necessary. You know, maybe a second boss is like, there's definitely cards you can cut, but we're just whacking off. We're under 1,500. And keep experience share. I do like experience share. Cut the gain. That's the thing. If I played 100 matches, if Dragapult has a Stranglehold, well, I'm thinking more if, like, I have... What am I thinking? Yeah, hang on. Is it actually that useful? And Jumpluff, it's a work in progress. That's going to be my Tuesday deck. Because remember, we're getting Shaman in 6 days. So I told you about this like 2 weeks ago, that my final spread deck, my final deck before the new set. Oh, crap. Well, we just go Trolley. Yeah, I guess it's just a Trolley problem here. Okay, turns out Fezandipiti is a pretty good starter. Turns out that's actually not dumb. But the Joltik's a huge problem, so we should probably attack with Blissey just to be safe. Because if we attack with Grimmsnarl and there's a Joltik on the field, then we can just get Galvantula up the butt, and we don't want to do that. Ah, never gonna let me down. You say that, but Regigigas has a 4 energy attack cost. See? Regigigas has a 4 energy attack cost. So 2 Blissey and a manual attachment is only 3. Are you suggesting that I cut the least playable card, which is a Regigigas? Because that would make the most sense? How dare you? How dare you make a smart suggestion like that? As long as you get the turn 1 Arven, everything seems to just kind of rock and roll here with this deck. All right, let's go double Impidimp, double Chansey, and we'll get 1 Munkidori on the field. Or, I mean, we haven't seen a Pikachu yet. So I think we can be okay. We can take our time. We just go for a Morgrem. We go for a Blissey. It'll be totally fine. They're just going to accelerate energy. They're going to regret their entire existence. It's going to be great. And then we just go, oh, okay, yep, that's fine. And never gonna let me down, huh? Grimmsnarl gets 5 energy into play, and 2 Blissey on the bench can move 2 around each turn. What happens if you prize 2 Blissey? What happens if PDCGL reads your comment and then is an advanced AI? PDCGL probably is an advanced AI that can read your messages and see through your screen and read your thoughts and be like, what are the cards that would screw you over the most? What cards could I prize that would screw you over the most, especially if you don't check your deck, which is what, you know, weak players do. That's what players in the 1600s do. Okay, well, they got their Pikachu. That's fine. We just have to prioritize attacking with Grimmsnarl, which is totally doable. Yeah, it's like, I swear, just because of everything I've said, you know, I don't have a playlist of 30 videos bad-mouthing the game or anything. But it really feels like they have it out for me. They have a hate boner for me. And it would be pretty easy, right? Because it could have been someone vindictive on their last day, and it's like, this pilot guy, he's way too handsome and he talked bad about the game. I'm going to put like a permanent prize block on him, and then every dev that's come after them wouldn't know how to fix it, or they'd be like, oh, okay. That was an interesting decision, right? And that's also an interesting top deck. Okay, so let's just go Grimmsnarl. I bring up the Pikachu. We hit the Pikachu, and then we win the game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I mean, they can't one-shot me, right? So why would I put any on the Impidimp? Sure, let's just put all 5 on there. Why the heck not? All right, so we go Grimmsnarl. Bring up the Pikachu. Easy dubs. Titty Mountain. Oh, crap. That's okay. That's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And then I guess I just happy switch onto the Munkidori in case they don't find Gravity Mountain. And then, yeah, unfortunately I have to knock out the Joltik. I don't want to knock out the, oh my god, the damn it. I don't want to knock out the Joltik, but we could get a Blissey. Hey! The thing is, I have to knock out the Joltik because I believe Galvantula... Oh, no, I don't believe. I know. Galvantula would do 180 damage to Grimmsnarl, which is a one-shot. And then, of course, we get Iono out of our Blissey. Great. They were probably hoping for a Crispin, though. Crispin into Gravity Mountain would have been a KO on my Grimmsnarl. Virizion. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, but they do need one more energy. They're one short. I could have happy switched to Blissey. I just didn't think they were going to get the Iron Leaves. Okay. Oh, right. It's any. It's any. May move any amount of energy. Okay, so we just go for Blissey. We have double Blissey. I'll go get another Munkidori. That is unfortunate that things went down like that. Oh, you give me the thumbs up? Okay, well, I'm going to show you. You don't have an attack next turn. You think you have an attack next turn. You don't got no attack next turn. All right, then we go. Yeah, we go into you. I go Arven for Defiance Band. And what? Counter Catcher because they're winning. So actually, no, we don't want Counter Catcher. We do want the Virizion to just kind of be locked there and unable to do anything and just kind of stuck with that energy. That's actually really good. We're about to get Prime Catchered. Well, I'm not going to get a Grimmsnarl, right? I'm not going to go and get another Grimmsnarl like an idiot. Virizion Wireless. All right, then we go boom. Okay, this is unfortunate. I believe this is just, we play with our balls a little bit. We get rid of TM Evolution and Rare Candy. We go get Morgrem. Well, they remember, they had to take the energy from that. So they have to get Crispin, Prime Catcher, and a couple other things. Okay, so I think we're going to be okay. I think, therefore, I am. All right, so let's go Defiance Band on the Blissey. They don't got it. There's no shot they got it. They got an Iron Leaves with 10 HP left. I can get a Grimmsnarl whenever I want. I have a 6-card hand. I have a Counter Gain. I don't have a Surfer. Defiance Band feels bad here, but we only do 180. So it's like I can 210 somebody. I can 210. Now the Iron Leaves is within range. They got it like I Am Legend's mom does. I mean, to each their own, I guess. 210 is blood. Well, 180 is worse. You know, 210, that's knocking out a Fezandipiti. That's knocking out a Latias if you're a Blissey. Okay. I mean, the longer they just sort of dance around, the better it is for us, because they can do 180. They can knock out a Munkidori or a Morgrem or a Fezandipiti. And Skybreaker, yeah, Team Rocket's Venture Bomb is going to be great in any deck that runs Munkidori. Hey, does your deck have Munkidori? Yes? Well, then play the Venture Bomb. Because it's just free damage if you want it to be. Okay, so they seem to know that their only shot of winning this game is if they beat me off super hard. I guess I want to keep the Spikemuth, but I do want to thin the deck a little bit. We're also doing 210 to the Munkidori. Yeah, so I guess I want to thin a little bit. Okay, so if I put the Counter Gain on the Blissey, that doesn't seem terrible. I can also, you know, do many things. We can Super Rod some energy back in. Yeah, let's do that. And then we go return for 210. So if they hit into me and don't take a knockout, they lose the game. So they're in a situation where they have to take a knockout. They have to knock out this Blissey, and if they don't, they lose the game. So they have to do 300 damage. And even if they don't, if I just get a Grimmsnarl and a Switch card, which I have a Surfer. All right, here we go. They're going for the Iron Leaves play. That means they have a Bosses, and they're going to knock out my Morgrem. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Go for the Morgrem. I think it's worth it to put another Impidimp into play. Yeah, they're going to edge super hard. We just get another Impidimp. Alternatively, no, there's not really anyone else to get. I was like, I could go get Roaring Moon. That wouldn't really do anything. Roaring Moon does go through Resolute Fart, though, which is nice. We're going to put him down to 3. Okay, I mean, literally the only thing I'm worried about is the Pikachu. So if we just knock out the Pikachu, what are they going to do? Yeah, Ace Wang, thank you. Yeah, I think the Pikachu is the only thing that is concerning. So we just knock out the Pikachu, and then how do they win the game? They would have to Iron Hands twice, but I'm going to Iono them really low. Okay, so let's go 1, 2. Yeah, Amp could be a slight issue. That's okay. I'm not concerned. Look at me right now. Do I look concerned to you? Okay, that's good. That's good. We got our Switch card. We got an experience share. I guess we put the experience share on a monkey. We monkey around. We go Fezandipiti. We got the rescue board. That's great. I believe I put the energy on the Blissey. Because again, we're knocking out the Pikachu. And then we just go 210. Why Blissey and Grimmsnarl? Because there was a 2-week period where nothing was happening and you had to come up with crazy ideas. Why are your toes sweating? That's not sweat. Yeah, why Blissey and Grim? Well, next you're going to ask why Grimmsnarl and Scramble Switch and why Grimmsnarl and Scraggy. Because you gotta come up with some crazy ideas. You gotta keep the YouTube audience entertained. I do think it's hilarious that my opponent literally cannot attack me unless they take knockouts or else they just lose the game. It's like, oh, if I attack, I lose the game. Wonderful. Fan-flippin-tastic. Okay, well, that's GG. I win. I don't even have to attack and I win the game. Yeah, double monkey, what are you going to do? You know, it's what I always say. Spanking the monkey twice a day is great for your health. And look at this. I'm not even going to attack and I've already won. You lost and I didn't even have to beat you off. Look at that. We just take 2 prizes. Yeah, the damage animation is weird. See, you can see the crazy idea, right? You can see the idea. I was like, oh, yeah, Grimmsnarl accelerates 1,000,000. Okay, I'm just trying to... PDC click to place was a mistake. Like, Grimmsnarl accelerates 5 energy into play. Hey, let's see if we can put that... I evolved into Morgrem after the game was over. Grimmsnarl accelerates 5 energy into play. Who can take advantage of that? Oh, yeah. Did it let me evolve into the Grimmsnarl or the Morgrem? No, so the game let me do it, but it didn't register in the log. Because PDC Jail is a well-made game. So there you go. That was Blissey Grimmsnarl. Again, you can mess around with it. There's a lot of different things you can do. The Mew didn't really play a part. The Regigigas didn't play a part. The Roaring Moon didn't play a part. I would almost prefer Rigid Band for Blissey, so it has a better chance of surviving a hit. But yeah, there's a lot of room for whacking off, and if you do whack off, make sure you DM me the footage. And that was just a hilarious game. Hey, if I attack and I don't take a one shot, I lose completely. Awesome. All right, so we'll uncheck mark that one. How far are we into the stream? We're not even an hour in, so that means it's still time for whacking off. Actually, I should probably play good decks at the start of the stream. Who cares? We'll play the Scramble Switch one. I have no idea if this is even a thing. And River, mods, can you ban anyone? If you're wearing socks, press 1 so we know who to ban. Oh, yeah. Literally, your first time chat is telling me that you're wearing socks just so you can get banned. Yeah, mods, Clan Burglar, this is your chance to redeem yourself. Get rid of the heretics and Skybreaker, but we do 30 extra damage. So, okay. This is a hand. Did you remove them with your teeth? Because that's the only right way to remove socks is with your teeth. Like a rabid dog with a boner. And mark. And that's the correct order, too. You're doing it in the right order. And I'll have my latest preview because I like doing wheat. Ooh, hello. We're going second or first? Oh, this is great. So I will have my preview video up on Sunday. I do like having the preview videos up on Sundays instead of doing like one video a day. Oh, that's not good. This is bad. This just got much worse. I wish I didn't have the Okie Dokie in the active now. And yeah, the Eevee decks are going to be in a rough spot next format. In a week from now, you can't even evolve this guy. A week from now, they put the Watchtower into play. Oops, you can't evolve. You just have a random Eevee EX. Oopsies. So yeah, I really like just doing preview videos on Sundays, just wrapping up the entire week. Because I see like PDCG Radio. Okay, I mean, I guess I just go for it. They do, you know, a video a day, and it's so, I couldn't keep it up for that long. It would just hurt too much. So I just go crazy whacking off. All right, so let's Binding Mochi. We're just going to thin everything out. We're going to... But, ooh, we have a Badoo that I'm not going to use. And then, yeah, we'll just Poisonous Musculature. And unfortunately for my opponent, if you don't get it, you're probably going to lose. If you don't knock out my Okie Dokie this turn, you probably lose. Good news for them is they're just, what, a Crispin, Sparkling Crystal, Flareon away from winning, and they have 3 Noctowl to do it. And Kadu, thank you. I think it really helps that my brain never recovered from that unfortunate incident when I was a child. So it's like I have a permanent dent in my brain. So I can really I can relate to the new players, the supple virgins of the community. Yeah, those go what? Terra Orb, Sparkling Crystal, or sorry, they're going to go Sparkling Crystal, Ultra Ball. They're going to go Ultra Ball for Noctowl. They're going to get Crispin, Terra Orb, and then they're going to win. And I don't think I can win. I mean, I'm going to be poisoned. So the Grimmsnarl will be poisoned. That's bad. Yeah, I don't think I can win. And Shiny Ray, I'm sorry. For a 12-month sub, as someone who paid to watch me for 12 months, I feel like I deserve to give you better. You deserve better than the Skibbity Toilet Mouth. Or the Skibbity Potty Mouth. I don't know. Which would attract the kids more? Wait, what's happening? Wait, what are they doing? I feel like that turn should have gone completely differently. Oh, so they're gonna prioritize Leafeon here? Okay, that's fine. Okay, a little strange, but we'll take it. Scramble Switch. Can I Scramble Switch into a Fezandipiti? Okay, so yeah, I guess we just go finding Mochi on that guy. Let's put the Fezandipiti down, because why not? Then we'll just Iono. I don't have a good feeling about this. I had a good feeling about the last one. Not this time. Okay, so we play with our balls. Do I bother with the monkey? I guess I can get the Munkidori and heal. That doesn't seem great, but I'll do it, I guess. Okay, and then if I put 2 there, I mean, we can just put 2 on the fan Rotom, because that's unlikely to move. So we'll just go Chain Crazed and see what happens. Well, NAIC is the Destined Rivals format, right? Like, that'll be the first weekend of Destined Rivals, like where it's legal. So you're going to have to put in a lot of testing, because we're not going to know. Because Japan is completely different. Like, I can look at the Japanese tournament results and say, oh, these decks are really good. And I did that in my shameless plug, my best old decks with new cards video. But you have to remember, they have Psyduck in Japan. We're not getting Psyduck until at least September. So Dust Noir isn't as much of a thing in Japan. It still is a thing, because not everyone's playing it. Quad Team Rocket Split Bug, damn straight. And do you think I should upload a video about Team Rocket Split Bug? I have the rough idea, the rough outline for the video, but I need you to like convince me that it's worth uploading and that people would enjoy it. And I can't spoil it, but would you like to see a rulings video about Team Rocket's Blitbug and other Destined Rivals cards? Because that's like the last thing on my list. That's like, it's on the cutting room. What the hell are they doing? So you want me to... Really? You're going to make me do more work? What if I trade you a stream tomorrow? Can we do a trade here? Can I discard a random card from your opponent's hand? That's fine. Can I stream tomorrow? You literally every other card you could get rid of and I would be fine. It is weird that they decided to get the Espeon though, right? That's a little sus, as the kids would say. Little suspect. Prize the leaf, but then like, is it really worth it to get the Espeon though? Like, out of everything, would you really the Espeon? The Espeon's what you go for. All right, well, let's just spread the cheeks, I guess. And then, yeah, the counter gain is not really pulling its weight here, but we are just taking knockouts all day, and they probably can't win, which is great. Oh, the double activation on the Area 0. Do you love the double activation where PDC Jail's just like, wait, you knocked out their only thing? Because I believe what happens is when a Terra is knocked out, they do an Area 0 check. And then if your last Terra is knocked out, they do another Area 0 check. So I think that's why you see Area 0 freak out a bunch of times sometimes. Like there was a Mahone tweet from a long time ago where there was like 11 Area 0 triggers. So I believe it does a check. And how sad were those patch notes? Very sad. You know, our 2-year anniversary, we're going to fix the bug we just introduced that should never have existed anyways. Hey, I remember we faced Joestar Viper before, right? No, Gardas, it is not dark mode. Okay, it is a dark theme on the main menu. So that is very important. It is not a dark mode. It is a dark theme based on Team Rockets that will probably disappear. Okay. It will probably disappear when we get Black Bolt and White Flare on the 17th of July. Jetty? Oh, my deck just evolved. Jetty, no, this game's been online for 39 months. So 3 years and 3.25 years. I think they're playing Blissey, or they're playing a stall deck. Yeah, and they fixed Duraludon VMAX after, what, forever? They fixed Duraludon VMAX after, 2 years after it was useful. Oh, is this... Yeah, I saw the tweet, like, did anyone know that this Centiskorch existed? I was going to do a shameless plug of my video. Like, yes, I mentioned it in my latest video with Annihilate. But, yeah, the Centiskorch is funny. Because, for a fire energy, it puts 30 on all your bench Pokemon. So it's like a Copperajah EX. Okay, well, we have a completely useless starting hand, which is amazing. I drew a third Iono. Seriously? I drew a third Iono. Yeah, somebody won a tournament with it. Okay, we can play with our balls. Always good, unless the starting hand is crap. Okay, so we just have to go... Am I gonna... Okay. Thanks, PDCGL. Love you, bro. I'm gonna scramble switch into a Badoo. They said it could. They said it couldn't be done. The world was too afraid. They said it wasn't possible. I've got news for you. It is possible. Hey, a win's a win. They said I was crazy. They tried to get me thrown out of the university and take my tenure. I said nay. Oh, that 10 damage is just sort of sitting there. So you're supposed to move the energy. This is, we just got the second part of this card. It wasn't supposed to be the first part of this card. And thank you, Ace Wayne. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not really focusing on last formats. That's why I didn't do it. If it was, part of the Grimmsnarl meta, then maybe I would have done it. But I'm so focused on Destined Rivals and now Black Bolt and White Flare. It is the definition of whacking off. Trust your pilot will be proud. It's like they channeled Trust your pilot. Like, how can I whack off hard? This is how you whack off hard. You want to whack off hard? You channel Trust your... You think of me. All right, well, that's a fun card. Okay. Sure, let's just Iono. We have a Munkidori. We can do something with that. Hey, we do. Okay, so we just go Munkidori, Morgrem. So fun. No items for you. I imagine we win this one. Because the Centiskorch only does 130. Like, if they attacked with Centiskorch this turn, I think we can win, because I just go Ultra Ball for Grimmsnarl. We only have the one Munkidori, I believe, which is kind of concerning. But yeah, the thing that held me back from playing Centiskorch and from playing Onyx is that the Sizzlipede, unfortunately, has 80 hit points, so it's not POF and searchable. Do you know what the reasoning behind Centiskorch over Steelix is? Because Steelix and Onyx have more hit points, and they're also not POF and searchable. Is there a reason? Like, is the fire energy better? Like, is there any reason? I mean, it plays Roaring Moon, it plays Fire and Psychic. Oh, so you can attack with Munkidori. But yeah, like, why wouldn't the Steelix? Oh, okay. So for the 4 retreat costs, they really didn't like that? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess it makes a lot of sense. And they took a knockout with the Sizzlipede. All right, here we go. Well, that's a pretty easy decision. We just play with our balls and we go for it. And doesn't have a relevant hit. True. That is 100% true. Okay, so remember, we're down our Scramble Switch, but I do believe we have 2 energy switches in the deck. All right, then we go Professor's Research. And of course, we didn't get any of them. Okay, great. We're just going to Fezandipiti for 3. Still don't have what we need. I guess we go for another Impidimp. Or do I go for Roaring Moon to knock out a Blissey? What do I do here? What's the play? Whoops, my bad. I think maybe we knock out a Munkidori. Or do I just bring up the Bliss? I am flush with potential here. Okay, I guess we just go Counter Catcher, the Blissey with the experience share. I Munkidori the Pecharunt. We go 180, 180. They can't put a rigid band on this guy, so I think we just build this up. And then Shadow Bullet, we just build up more damage on the Sizzlipede. And Ace Wing, there you go. That does make a lot of sense. Yeah, hitting for a Fire weakness. Fire has a lot of usages, right? It hits... Oh, crap. Well, unless they have a... If they don't have a Darkness Energy in their hand, we might be okay. But, like, you hit Grass and Metal for weakness. What does Metal hit for weakness? Ice types? Fairy types? Okay. you hit, like, nothing. Okay, so they can knock out my Impidimp this turn if they want to, but they can't attack. Unless they... Yeah, they can't attack. So they can knock out the Impidimp. That's fine. Yeah, it's like fighting hits some dark types and some colorless types for weakness. Fire hits metal and grass. Metal hits... darkness hits psychic. Oh, yeah, we got to watch out for that damn Lily's Clefairy. Okay, so they got Rigid Band. That's one of the reasons why I brought this guy up. Yeah, it's just so sad that, like, some types are better. I remember back when I was a tryhard trying to get people to pay attention to me on the internet, I literally looked at every single type, and this was on PDCGO where you could do things like this, where you actually had filters where you could look at cards and what their weaknesses were. But I looked at it, and it was like Metal hit like 50 Pokemon for weakness, and then Fire was like 600. And it's just stuff like, just wacky stuff like that. Okay, so they didn't knock out my Impidimp, which is great. And we can knock out the Sizzlipede. We can knock out the Blissey as well. Okay. All right, so yeah, let's use Punk Up. Oh, we only have... I did not realize that we only had one. That's fine. That's totally fine. We go onto you. I think I Binding Mochi this guy. And then... Huh. Because they're going to do 180. They're going to knock me out because I don't have another Munkidori. But I think that's okay. But it's a poison type. All poison types are weak. All poison types are weak to fighting. Everyone knows that. All right, so I think we just go Experience Share on you, Counter Gain on you, Energy Switch from this guy, from Justin to Kelly, and then we go Adrenabrain on the Sizzlipede. So then we just, there's nothing on the board for them to hit me with. And then we have a Roaring Moon. Oh, maybe I should have put the Experience Share on the Roaring Moon. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We got a boss's hors d'oeuvres. We'll be fine. I actually don't really have much of an attack next turn, and that concerns me. But they don't have an attack currently either. See, I should have not necessarily reversed them, but I should have the experience share on the Roaring Moon. And that was a slight oopsie, but I can just go Arven for my other energy switch. Not this. We're not gonna talk about what happened here. We're not gonna talk about why that's in the discard pile and why there's also a Badoo in the discard pile. We don't talk about these things anymore, okay? And I'm starting to think that double Munkidori is kind of 100% necessary in every Grimmsnarl deck. Okay, so do I knock out... Oh, they have their own Roaring Moon? That's okay. Because I think I win. I am the Blissey champion. Okay, so if I go up with Grims... Actually, no, I think we go up with Pecharunt. Because if I go up with Pecharunt, then we can poison the Grimmsnarl and do a little bit more damage and maybe play with my balls a little bit, and that's always fun. It just gives me more options. So we just go Pecharunt in the active. I know poisoning isn't the best thing, but who cares, right? Who cares about anything in this world anymore? Let's go Spikemuth first. I think we're going to Fezandipiti first just to see what I get. In case I get an Iono, I think Iono would be better. We did not get an Iono. I don't know if you noticed, but there is no Iono here. Okay. I believe this is a situation for trust your pilot's balls. Okay, so let's go. How do we do this? I can't remember. I had a plan in my mind. I think we go for the Chansey. No, Mad Panda, that's the smart move. We don't do smart moves here, okay? You should know that by now. And then we just go attach to this guy. We heal the Grimmsnarl. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then we Irritated Outburst. But no, the reason I didn't do that is because that would win me the game too easily. Feet are always out. But you can't see them. Where are the feet? You know, the Impidimp's got its feet out, and it's got like a weird... That's a weird leg you got there. The feet are out there, but the Grimmsnarl, where feet? Show feet? But no, Mad Panda, this is an alternative strategy. These are alternative facts, and these are alternative strategies. Because I can just win the game with an energy switch attached on the Roaring Moon, and they also can't knock out my Pecharunt, which is kind of hilarious. You know, again, you got to try different strategies. You know, if you went for the optimal strategy every single time, you wouldn't learn good lessons, right? There's a message in Magic Arena that says there are no mistakes. Ah, crap. Okay, I just made a huge mistake. Because now they can Roaring Moon for game. Oh, we've so lost. We have so lost this game. Why am I doing this? Oh, God. Everyone needs to panic. We do have it, but it's... No, we win the game, okay? Don't worry. There was never a worry here. I had it all under control. And then we just go Frenzied Gouging. Easy. Okay, so we'll start a prediction for the game when we get back. I'll probably play this one. And Mad Panda, there's a very good chance that this sees the light of YouTube. I'll post, all the wacky lists and stuff. But I'll take a quick break. Need to lotion the feet. And let's show the list one more time just to see, like, should I... Ooh, we got another 100 things. And remember, they're... Wait, didn't they say they're giving us 400 trainer points instead of 200? Hang on. Hang on a second. Hang on, there's a mystery afoot. Oh, they meant cumulatively. They meant cumulatively. So instead of, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, but it said doubled. Double of 300 is not 400. The trainer, oh, okay, so they just worded it really badly. Okay, so they just worded it really badly that the one quest will have its doubled. So instead of doubling, we're going from 300 to 400 because the quest is going from 100 to 200. So what they meant is that you're not doubling this to 400. It's that, yeah, it's very, very poorly written. The trainer points rewards will be doubled because they use the semicolon. And I feel like that's misleading. You know, their usage of the semicolon infuriates me as an English major. I don't know. It seemed pretty clear to me. Yeah, but I'm Trust Your Pilot. I complain about everything. I got to find things to complain about. Never gonna let me down. Okay, so I thought, as someone who wasn't paying attention and had to, you know, get it up really quickly, because I literally read that and was like, okay, nothing major, just slap it in the video, you know, 30, 45 seconds, add to the video. So this will be worth 200 trainer points, and the amount you can earn every day will be 400. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we want 2 Munkidori, probably just want to have 2 Impidimp.
Boy, Pilot, don't spank me like that, Pilot. I'm sorry I made that great test meal deck video. I didn't know someone would use it against you. Oh, you're gonna get it for the win. Oh, Pilot! No, Pilot! I don't know how, Pilot!
All right, so we're going to add, yeah, let's take out an Impidimp. Do we have TM Evolution in this list? No. So why do we need more Morgrem? We know for a fact we need 2 Munkidori. Maybe I could get rid of like a Morgrem and go for an energy switch, because again, yeah, let's just add another energy switch. Why not? We have all the things. The world is our cloister. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Any thoughts on Trashalanche returning? It's very powerful because it used to be 20 times and now it's 30 times for Trashalanche. So for those of you, for you kids out there who aren't familiar with old cards, I haven't seen Tron Girl in weeks. Yeah, she misbehaved. She got what she deserved. But yeah, 30 times is kind of nuts. It's like, oh, 10 items in your discard pile and I'm doing 3 hundo now. Okay, well, this is a loss. We're facing a Hydrapple deck. Is it Tortugas? Doesn't it say prevent all damage, or is it effects of attacks? One of them is damage, one of them is effects of attacks. I can't remember which one. Yeah, I just couldn't remember which one was which. This is the prediction game, by the way. Yeah, we've 100% lost. This is bad. Maybe we do need a Squawkabilly. Maybe we cut an Impidimp and we add a Squawkabilly or something, or we cut an energy switch and we add a Squawkabilly. Well, I mean, we do have a Badoo. I mean, this is a start. Yeah, it's the tier 2 is, I mean, it's weird that it's a fossil, but I guess they're trying to make a statement like, oh, you're polluting our oceans. Think about the turtles. But I mean, being able to do 300 damage on a stage 1 for 1 energy with just 10 is crazy. 10 items and boom. And I'll talk about all this, but like, look at this. They already have 4 items. That's 120 damage already. How did they get the turn 2 Testicle Festival? Yeah, the Archeops is crazy, just being able to devolve as much as it wants. It's going to be nutso. Okay. I see you. I think it makes sense to just go for like all 5. Why not, right? We're going to lose this game. May as well lose with style. Okay, hang on. Hang on a second. Okay, so we are weak to grass, but I can get Scramble Switch and do nothing with it. Oh, okay, my experience share. Oh, yes, you're evolving too. This is one of the games of all time, isn't it? All right, so let's... Okay, so we hit him with the old Roaring Moon. Actually, I could heal... I can't heal twice. I can heal once because that was my manual attachment. All right, let's just see what happens, right? Let's just go for it. We'll see what happens. We have Binding Mochi. We can Adrenabrain. Actually, if they do, what, 160, 160, that's bad. There's no good option, right? If I knock out the Ogre... Actually, I think we do knock out the Ogrepon just to at least make their life slightly more difficult. You know, like, so it forces them to have the thing. But yeah, I was hoping for slightly better draws. We did not get them. But, you know, we're knocking out the Rabska. Oh, right, I'm supposed to win this game. I'm supposed to try and win this game. Oh my god, I did not see it. I totally forgot, because nobody ever reads what Festival Grounds does. Does anyone remember what Festival Grounds does? No one does. So Festival Grounds just, if you have energy attached, no special conditions. I mean, we do have a knockout on the Ogrepon, which is funny. Yeah, no one's ever like, oh yeah, I'm going to use Festival Grounds for its effect. But we were always going to lose this one because like every good attacker in my deck is weak to grass. So as the British would say, I'm not chuffed about this. And Acewang, was I present for that? Because I do not recall. Yeah, they would have had the knockout anyways. They're popping off right here. If they heal the Ogrepon, that's 100% GG. Okay, this went for a golden shower. I always love it when they go for a golden shower. Okay, so we knock out the Ogrepon. Well, actually, we should probably draw first in case we get an Iono. So we go Fezandipiti. Please give me an Iono. You can suck my butt all day. All right, let's go Spikemuth, and then... I mean, I can do several things, right? I can just go get Grimmsnarl. We can have a Grimmsnarl. I can Arven for a Munkidori. Okay. Okay, we also forgot about that Scramble Switch. So we have a... Oh my god, this game. And then we just go for the other Munkidori, which I'm sure is in the deck. It actually is. That's pretty good. Okay. And then... we hit him with the double Munkidori. One, two. Okay. There's Mochi. There's Grimmsnarl. They're giving me the Diplin, which is not great, but I luckily am not weak to that. Okay, so let's go Adrenabrain, Munkidori. I guess the 2 goes on the Relor. Does that make any sort of sense? I have no idea. Let's just go end turn and see what they do. Because I needed an Iono. Like, the Arven did not advance our board position at all. We needed an Iono to obviously send them down to 3 cards. Yes, they have a Thwack Daddy, but that's okay. We would have been fine. Okay, it's just they have to have a bunch of gust. They're down a counter catcher, so that means they probably have 2 bosses left. It's been a long time since I played Hydrapple. I think this was the first deck I played when Stellar Crown came out, and then I haven't played it again since. And they got a Hydrapple. That's not great. Prime Catcher, that's also not great. Oh, they're going for the Pecharunt. And they have just enough to take the knockout. Oh, see, that's the card I needed. Okay, I mean, they got the Rabska. That's unfortunate. So is there any way that I can win now? Oh, there's absolutely no way I can win now. Because they're going to take 2. Everyone is weak to grass that's meaningful. Oh, yeah, they needed the Testicle Festival. They still didn't have that. Okay. Yeah, the Diplin allows them to take a knockout. Again, I don't think there's anything that I can do here to win. So let's go Spikemuth. We have 5 energy. I mean, I put the Pecharunt. The Pecharunt's not weak to grass. So maybe if I can finagle this properly, we might be able to get inside them. Can I make the greatest comeback ever? Oh, crap. Can I make the greatest comeback? Oh, God. Okay, so we go and get the Impidimp. We gotta play with our balls here. I think the only way I can win is if I somehow get a bosses, but we're gonna definitely need a rare candy. Okay, so we need rare candy. Okay, well, that's... You know, you could have at least given us a little bit of hope here. And Shiny Ray, that was pretty good. We'll play one more with the Scramble Switch build, then we'll Scramble Switch over to something else that might be good. If I tried the full Loyal 3 deck, what you mean the Munkidori EX, Okidogi EX, Fezandipiti EX with Pecharunt EX? That's old news, Lil Tone. That's from years ago. That came out 6 years ago. That was a dark time back when Trump was still president. But luckily, if I know one thing about history, it's that it never repeats itself. My deck just evolved again. Remember when it used to be Badoos everywhere? Now it's Munkidoris everywhere. Oh, so it's Gardevoir. Okay, so we're playing against the Guardy deck. That is good for my self-esteem. Okay. Because I like giving myself big steamers. Okay, so wait, what did we... Oh, crap. Okay, no, this is fine. This is everything we could have asked for and more. We go Spikemuth. Don't pay attention to the fact that we prize 2 Impidimp. Okay, we don't... Luckily, we don't have to use the Scramble Switch again. Remember when we had to use the Scramble Switch and, you know, that was not really that fun? All right, so let me go for the Morgrem. Okay, so Guardy did nothing. That's always good. I think we'll be okay. Oh, they're playing what? What? I can okay. I can honestly say I was not expecting to see Cerulege, Golden Go, Munkidori here. Like, I get that I've seen, okay. They're playing cards, okay? They are playing Pokemon cards. Things are happening. They're gonna knock out my Badoo. I should have gone for the Grimmsnarl. I regret everything. Okay. Yeah, this is... Thanks for the bosses. Definitely needed that. Okay, so we can go Arven for Nest Ball and Binding Mochi. Then go for draw. Well, and also Golden Go's attack discards the energy, so it kind of works. And we got nothing. I was really hoping we were going to get playable cards there. We did not. Okay, so... Is this just a turn where I do nothing? Kind of seems like it. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to go end turn. As long as they don't have a Cerulege or a Golden Go, we might have a chance to win. I 100% thought this was Gardevoir. You know, your opponent starts Munkidori and attaches a Psychic Energy. You don't think, oh, this is Cerulege Golden Go with a Mimikyu, of course. How could I be so silly? Luckily, they did have to ditch the Energy Search Pro. They do have the Lavincia, which isn't great for us. But if I can... What do I need to top deck? I need to top deck a Spikemuth or a Grimmsnarl or an Ultra Ball. Oh, this is bad. I thought for sure, oh, this is Gardevoir. They didn't do anything turn one. We have a stranglehold. Like John Woo's video game, we have a stranglehold on this game. And then they just whipped it out and slapped me across the face with it. And Sailor Monica, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for raising the 5%. Press 1 if you're part of the 5%. Okay, well, that doesn't matter if I use Roaring Moon. Okay, so they need to ditch 3. Okay, I know you're... Literally more than 5 of you... Actually, more than 5% of you are typing 1. So I know that you're not part of the 5%, okay? If you want to prove that you're part of the 5%, you better send me feet pics right now. And I'll know. I'll know if you're part of the 5% just by looking at those. Okay, well, we did get one of the cards that we needed. I guess I go for it here. So we go Grimmsnarl, all 5, because that'll thin the deck. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, thank you. And then we Fezandipiti first, because what if we get other things that inform my decision? Okay, I was really hoping for an Iono there. Hardest card to find, apparently. All right, so we go Nest Ball. And then I got a Scramble Switch. Okay, so Nest Ball into... Oh, we also prized the Roaring Moon. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, well, we're still fine. I still have it. I just didn't realize we prized the freaking Roaring Moon. So that makes my life slightly more difficult. Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome that we also prized the Roaring Moon? All right, so let's get rid of the Counter Gain and the Darkness Energy. We have to go get the Pecharunt. Okay, so how do I do this? I have to do this in a very specific order. Oh, I don't think I can do it. Hang on, right? Because I have to... Because the order is all messed up. Sailor Monica, thank you. Okay, so if I do this, I have to do this in a really dumb order. No, I can't, because we gotta... Okay, hang on. Hang on here. We can do this. It's just gonna be really, really dumb. 1, 2... Oh, no, I can't. I literally cannot do it because I got rid of the energy. If I hadn't gotten rid of the energy from my hand, we would have been able to do it. Oh my god, I didn't see it because it's so stupid. So I would have had to do this. I would have had to keep that darkness energy in my hand. I messed up. I'm sorry. And Monica, I appreciate it. You're trying, okay? I did not try hard enough. I'm so sorry. That was... The way that had to work was so dumb. I don't blame myself, okay? I absolve myself of all responsibility. That was not my problem. It was all your fault. Okay, you should have seen that I had to go... Oh god, what did I have to do? I had to Scramble Switch into the Okidogi, put all 5 energy from the Grimmsnarl on the Okidogi, manually retreat the 3 energy off the Okidogi, manually attach the darkness energy in my hand to the Okidogi, and then Pecharunt the Okidogi into the active, and then I would have been able to do 270 and knock out the Golden Go, but then they probably would have just had a Cerule Edge and won anyways. So it's like we were pretty far behind. They got to 4 prizes first. You'll know from watching my videos that if you get to 4 prizes first in a Golden Go deck against a multi-prize deck, you pretty much just win. Yeah, such a simple strategy. How could I screw up something so simple? What the hell is this hand? Yeah, literally would have been the first time in history I'd ever done something like that. So, you know, for next time, I know for sure. Oh, cool. So this is a Azumarill. I can definitely beat off an Azumarill deck. Well, that's the good news is that the research top deck allows me to play the game. The bad news, actually, there isn't really much bad news, to be honest. Okay, we only have 1 Scraggy. That's okay, because I don't really know if this is a Scraggy. Yep, the Spikemuth Gym is evolving. That's cool. I don't know if the Scraggy is necessarily necessary in this matchup, because we're just going to be taking knockouts every time we want to, every chance we get. And Kadu, it was not a Guardy. It was Golden Go Cerule Edge with a Mimikyu. You know, the old Golden Go Cerule Edge Mimikyu. And I was just about to go into a long rant about how it makes more sense to use the research in that situation instead of clutching the research in the Rare Candy and using Rare Candy next turn on my active to get a Grimmsnarl, because it was increasing the chances that we get another basic Impidimp that we can evolve into a Morgrem, and then this is the hand we get. This is the hand we're dealt. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Azumarill. I've always been a big fan of Azumarill. I think it's one of the most underrated decks. I don't know if you play it with Terapagos. And Sailor Monica already made that joke. You know, leave it to women for just repeating jokes that men tell. Am I right? Press 1 if I'm right. Speaking of fans, so you know how you're not allowed to say OF on YouTube? I literally got an ad for it on YouTube. I literally got an ad for their like streaming service where there was just a bunch of people playing golf, and apparently it was family friendly. I got an ad on YouTube for that streaming service that they have, because you know that's fair and balanced. Okay, they have to be a little careful here because they're facing off against a master debater. Okay, so we go. Ooh, hang on. What? Yeah, we go get the Scraggy. Why can't you say Obsidian Flames? Yeah. That's what we're saying here. So we go get the Scraggy. Again, I don't think this is the matchup for Scraggy, but I'm going for it anyways, okay? This is absolutely not the matchup for Scraggy, but that's never stopped me before. All right, so if I bosses hors d'oeuvres... I don't think I bosses hors d'oeuvres, right? Like, what's the point? We just go... Buddy Puffin and Handy Fan. I mean, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so this is the Toedscruel build. I forgot that I put a Toedscruel in here. Don't worry about it. And then we go, yeah, we're gonna give ourselves as many handies as we possibly can. And then we go Shadow Bullet. I think I want to just put it on the Natu. The Toedscruel is so whimsical. Yes. You know, it's really up to you which Toedscruel you want to play. This one's weak to grass, so it does take 20 from Captain Buttface. But it's like, it's fine. It exists. You know, there's several Toedscruel to choose from. And I'm not 100% sure why I don't have Munkidori in here. I think just, oh crap. And don't you love how the Grimmsnarl's HP hasn't gone down yet because they haven't taken a break? There we go. So if I can just get the Toedscruel into play, I think I win. Because they're not going to play that much Psychic Energy. Yeah, they're going to have other things. They're going to have Super Rods and stuff. Okay, 230. Oh, they do punch themselves in the balls. I forgot about that. All right, yeah, I think if you're playing any Grimmsnarl deck in this day and age, just put a Munkidori in it. Right? Okay, so we'll put all of the energy on the Fan Rotom. Oh, you want, what's that? You want to hit me with a Fan Rotom? Sure, I'll just put all the energy on it. Okay, and then I don't want to use Iono. I can bosses the Terapagos, and then, but then they'll just hit me with the Fan Rotom and knock me out. So maybe, huh? What's the correct call here? I could retreat into the Scraggy. That doesn't seem like the dumbest thing I've ever come up with. Hey, let's try to be smart here for a second. Did Trust Your Pilot just make a good move, or is Trust Your Pilot an idiot? Find out later on Dragon Balls Z. Okay, so let's go. If I bosses the Xatu, if I bosses the Terapagos. Yeah, we just go for the Terapagos. See, I had the plan all along. Yeah, we just, the plan was right the entire time. We knock out the Terapagos, we just don't do it with the Grimmsnarl. Oh man, I can give him 3 handies here. That's way too many handies. And the other benefit is that it prevents them from activating Handy Fan, because Handy Fan says move an energy. It doesn't say you may move an energy, so you have to move an energy from their active to one of their bench Pokemon. That's not what we want to do. And I also needed the Toedscruel to prevent that Night Stretcher, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, well, they're going to get their energy back. Congratulations. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, hang on. I guess I just load up an Azumarill, right? Sure. Because the Noctowl can attack, the Xatu can attack. Loading up an Azumarill doesn't really help them. So I guess we just load up the Azumarill and go from there. Okay, so Scraggy. Because I don't potentially have the move that I need to have. And then we go for, what, 1 Impidimp or 2 Impidimp? Would I rather have a Scraggy? I really don't think I need the Scraggy. Scraggy seems kind of dumb at this juncture in the game. All right, then we go Fezandipiti. Scraggy can get a thingy thing, and then we go Iono. Okay. We have the Night Stretcher to get a Morgrem back. And they can't want... Oh, there we go. GG. Easy dubs. Okay, so now we go for this guy. I evolve into Morgrem. And then I attach to this one. And we hit him with the Crunch. Now, imagine that this is a parallel universe where TCG Live is well made, and I put a Munkidori in this deck. Things would be very different. things would be quite different, but the Toedscruel, this is just such a goated card, isn't it? Oh, hey, you know those energy in that Pokemon? Aw, crap. Stupid Handy Fan is screwing me over here. I thought the Handy Fan was so smart. The Crushing Hammers and the Handy Fans, I thought that was so smart. But we do just knock out both of their Azumarill, so that's good. Well, I mean, we don't have it yet. Okay, and then we go Counter Catcher the Azumarill. I probably attach to the Toedscruel just in case they try to trap it. This way everyone has a 1 retreat cost. And then we go Research. There we go. Easy dubs. I highly doubt they can knock out my Fezandipiti. If they can, we are screwed. And then I should have like 1 energy in the deck. Hey, perfect math, baby. Okay, Crushing Hammer. We go after the Terapagos because the Terapagos is the main threat here. Oh man, we're just... I wish this was PDCGO. Because in PDCGO, I'm clicking the fighting energy. That was enough on PDCGO. You didn't... What? What is it? My Fezandipiti is wearing a Crushing Hammer. Handy Fan with Toedscruel. Well, it's part of the strategy because Scraggy discards energy. Obviously, I didn't really get to show off the Scraggy in this matchup. It just kind of was there. But it's hedging your bets, right? It's covering your bases. It's like, oh, we have Handy Fan, we have Toedscruel, because, you know, your Grimmsnarl isn't always taking knockouts, and that's also kind of a very important card in this deck is the Unfair Stamp. Okay. Again, if I had a Munkidori, you'd think I'd know after playing like 6 different versions of Grimmsnarl that Munkidori kind of goated. I mean, I know it's a monkey, but it's kind of goated. So if I do include this in the YouTube video, 100% add in a Munkidori. Can I try Grimmsnarl with Among Us EX? I can try a Garbage Can with Among Us EX. Mods, ban anyone who says anything about how I smell. Oh my god, do I give it to the Fezandipiti? Yeah, let's give it to the Fezandipiti. Okay, we're gonna Iono them down to 2. We're gonna make them hate life. It's amazing. And then we just attach to the Fez. We go Iono, because if I... Oh, we might lose. Hang on. Okay, math. Trust your palate has to do math. Everyone shut your butts. Okay, if I retreat... If I take the knockout, they're going to be able to do things. If I retreat into an Impidimp, and then I draw a card, am I a secret genius? Okay, then we go Night Stretcher. We get Morgrem. Okay. We go into you, and then we filch. Okay, see, I know what I'm doing. I'm like Argus Filch. I know what I'm doing, and I'm super attractive. And Monica, your butt is shut? Okay. The way is shut. The butt is shut. Well, actually, that would have been really bad if they had a Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon. Another reason to have a Munkidori in the deck. Or, you know, a Mew EX, or a Roaring Moon EX, or a million other things. But it's very important that you don't activate the Fezandipiti in this matchup. And the stupid... Why is the Gravity Mountain putting in so much work? Why are they getting so much value out of the Gravity Mountain? I disagree. But Beastly Jams, if you lose this game to someone who has no idea what they're doing, you deserve what's about to happen. Actually, can they even get back in Azumarill? How many they got in there? They got 2? I mean, they have used a Super Odd. I think they used Black Belt's training this turn too. Oh, that was last turn? Yeah, they randomly used the Black Belt's training. Okay, they're jocking off. That's bad. All I have to do really is attack with the fresh Morgrem. So we need to get our Grimmsnarl out of the deck here. And Basante, see, video game house, that's how you're supposed to greet me. There's a Scraggy. Thanks, Scraggy. Thanks for I don't know what you're doing there. Oh, cool. We've lost an insanely close game. Okay, here we go. Awesome. Oh, goody. You shouldn't have. Okay, we're going to be fine. We just Iono, and on the top two, it's going to be Grimmsnarl. Why? Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you? Okay, they can do 230. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. They win. You know, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Beastly jams. I don't even think Video Game House is here anymore, but we have another cool streamer here, and it's Basante. Okay, we're going to switch it up. We need to put a Munkidori in the deck. I guess, yeah, we can definitely cut an end. Well, how many recycle? We got 1 recycler, 3 Spikemuth. The 3 handy fam was a little much, right? So we want Munkidori. And we have Unfair Stamp, we have TM Evolution, we have 3 freaking Spikemuth, a Super Rod, 2 Research. I have all of the supporters. We're not supposed to be losing this game. That is kind of the whole strategy, is you don't lose the game, and you destroy all of their energy. Okay, Sailor Monica, I'm going to think of the 5%. If you're part of the 5%, I am currently thinking of you without socks, and I hope you enjoy that. That's going to power me. Oh my god, it's not going to power my draws, though. I never... Oh, hang on. Daddy Pilot needs a minute. Hang on, distraction. There's a prediction running. Go fill it out. There's a prediction. You should bet all your channel points. I won't be playing the Scraggy version. Okay, goated start. I mean, that's not a horrible start. We are facing off against a deck that has Pokemon cards, everybody. Maybe they're prepping for the Rotom deck that's coming out in 6 days. Well, never mind. Maybe they're going to be playing Rotom Tools. Oh, what the hell are they playing? I don't quite know what they're playing, but I'm hoping that getting rid of their energy and screwing them over is detrimental to whatever their strategy is. So we just go Buddy Poffin for... What do we got? We only have 1 Morgrem. Of course we only have 1 Morgrem. Why wouldn't we have 2? That would be dumb. All right, so let's go boom. I don't think... Whatever they're playing, I don't think they're doing anything. There's a jamming tower in play, by the way. In case you didn't notice, there's a jamming tower. In case you didn't realize, there's currently a jamming tower in play. Just reminding everyone, in case you didn't notice. You know, I know it can be hard for people to realize that there's a jamming tower on the field. So this is just, a friendly reminder that there's a jamming tower so that TM Evolution wouldn't work. And I got the bosses, on the Toad School? I mean, they're not doing anything this turn. And the funny thing is you have to read the wording. If this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your turn. Yeah, see? I knew you wouldn't notice. Thank you for having my butt. That's my favorite interaction with Jamming Tower, is that the technical machines don't get discarded at the end of the turn. And I Heart Ryan, thank you. Did they just bench a Squawkabilly out of desperation and not realize this is their second turn? In a game of misplays, their misplays were worse. In the battle of misplays, they misplayed harder. Who's the wife of Mr. Play? Or no, who's the ex-wife of Mr. Play? Misplay. Huh? You like, oh, that was great. Oh, that if that doesn't deserve a subscription from somebody, I don't know what does. Remember, we're in Master League. For the Win was trying to get to 1600 today. For the Win, 1600 is for players who don't whack off in their spare time. That's not for people like you and me. For the Win. How do I feel a non-Joltik Miraidon with Zero Aura? You're thinking about playing items in 2025, Ryan? And Juan, that's okay, because you're subscribed. That's all that matters. As long as I got money out of you existing in this world, that's all I care about. Badoo exists. Jellicent's gonna exist. The Tirtuga is gonna exist. So if you have items, you just lose every game. Okay, if I'm smart, I can win this game. Don't forget the fee picks, true. As long as I'm not a complete stupid idiot, I should be able to win this game. As long as I'm not the dumbest. Okay, well, I prized. Okay, well. We prized a couple things we might need here, but I have the Toedscruel. That is the one thing that we actually need to win this game is the Toedscruel, and that's going to be how I win this game. You know the show How I Met Your Mother? Well, how am I going to win this game? This is how I'm going to win this game. Okay, we're going to save the Crushing Hammer. Joltik Miraidon is boring. Still haven't actually played it. Probably should get to that. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of what I suspected would happen. We just go into the Badoo. I give the Scraggy. We got multiple threats on the field. And Monica, see, that's a great joke. You know, I've always said this. Women are funny. I know it's a hot take, but Monica, women are actually funny. So the 5%, you know, you make me laugh. And that's a good thing to have in this day and age. You know, if you give me money and feet picks and make me laugh, what else can a humble pilot ask for? E-Rich, no, I am Legend's mom. You're not allowed to say anything bad about my mom. That's not very nice, okay? You shouldn't say things like that. Okay, so we're just going for the TM evolution. Again, as long as I'm not the stupidest person in the history of the universe, we should win this game. Yeah, I know, E-Rich, it's okay. It's okay. That was just a typo. That was an autocorrect, right? Oh, they went for the Dusclops. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Especially when I can just Grimmsnarl and beat you off super hard. Do I even want to do that? Press 1 if you want me to beat them off. All right, so let's go Munkidori. I feel like item locking is just too good right now. So maybe we just go Arven. We thin out the deck as much as possible. We go for a Handy Fan. And maybe a counter oh no, maybe we go for Unfair Stamp. Yeah, you want to get Stamp, bro? Yeah, you want to take a knockout, bro? I got a stamp here with your name on it. Okay, so then I think we just attach to the Munkidori because we can't accelerate to that. And also, they might be able to Dust Noir my Toedscruel, and that would be not cool. Okay, so we have the Munkidori, which is fine. It's okay to have the one ability. Okay, I don't think they see the play. I don't believe they see the play that Toedscruel is going to cost them the entire game. Because you would 100% turn that into a Dust Noir and save it for the Toedscruel. So you might say things aren't fine. Ah, crap, I had such an amazing hand. Wait, why are you playing? You're playing Golden Go with Iono? That's not allowed. Okay, well, you gave me my Toedscruel. Everything's forgiven. It's all right, bro. You know, I forgive you. They're still item locked. Okay, Monica, I take back what I said. You just set women back at least 20 years. That was despicable. That wasn't even Despicable Me 3. That was just regular Despicable. You know, I did watch the Minions movie. It made $1 billion. I'll just leave it at that. You know, the Minions movie made $1 billion. What are your thoughts on the Minions movie? Well, it made $1 billion. That is my opinion on that movie. Okay, so we got Artisan. There's no one left, right? Yeah, there's no one left in the deck. I just want to try and get a couple playable cards. Again, hot take. I'd like to have playable cards. And then I could just go for a Morgrem and then maybe Badoo again, but I think I just want to high roll it. Because what if we get a rare candy off of this Iono? Well, nothing would really happen anyways. What if we get a rare candy off of that Iono? Well, not much would really happen anyways, so what's the point in life? Okay, I should have followed my instincts and not done what I did. All right, so let's just go end turn. We kind of do want to bait out some things though, right? Yeah, could you imagine getting one of my 3 rare candy? That'd be crazy. And yeah, the Scizor can't knock out Toedscruel, which is good. It can knock out the Munkidori, which is kind of what I want them to do. Right, like if they just have to burn cards, I think we're fine. Okay, so next turn we have Grimmsnarl. I can still wait like several turns. I can still do nothing, but yeah, if they Energy Search Pro and if they discard energy at any point, I think we're okay. I feel like I have to force them to knock out a Scraggy at some point to win the game, though. And Shiny Ray, I tried, but BDC Jill wouldn't let me. You know, there is that glitch where the top card of your deck will just sort of hover over the discard pile. That didn't have... Oh, wait, what? Wait. Didn't they... Oh, wait, what? Oh, they tried to get the Duskull back and then they... I am so confused right now. Are they just going to try and go for the one-shot? Is that their whole strategy? I guess their strat, or they're trying to wait for the Scizor so they can go, so they can scissor me Timbers. I guess that's their new strat. I mean, it's not a bad strategy, but it's an interesting strategy, that's to be sure. Okay, let's just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then Judge. Well, we're tied on prizes, and then, oh, there's the rare candy. Okay, so I think it's worth it to go for the Grimmsnarl, because the Energy Search Pro is currently on the bottom of their deck. And do I go for the Scizor? No, we just put it on a Golden Go, right? I mean, if I go for the Scizor here, how does the math work? Because I would put 30 on the Scizor and then 30 and then 50 with a Scraggy and then 50 with a... So maybe if I thought I was going to hit into a Scizor twice with Scraggy, I would put 30 from the Grimmsnarl on the Scizor. But I could still always put the 30 from the Grimmsnarl on the Scizor at any point anyways. There's many things. I'm going to bosses that Scizor next turn if I have the slightest possibility of doing so. And if Spikemuth stays in play, Scizor's gone. If I draw a Grimmsnarl, Scizor's gone. If I play with my balls a little bit, Scizor is gone. And Nick, you ran in, this is Family Friendly Friday, okay? You can rest assured that anything that I penetrate your eyeballs with will be... I am so confused right now. I have no idea what their strategy is. Did they just, like, prize all of their cards? Is that what like, is every single card in their deck prized or something? Because, like, they had... Like, they had it, right? There's no way this is a bot, right? They have gold cards. Bots don't have gold cards. Okay, so they finally went for the Toedscruel. They finally understood that Toedscruel is a threat. Okay, we're going to be tied on prizes. They got the Skibidi. They're going to make it rain. Okay, this is fine. They're throwing intentionally. No, I think they were just waiting. I think they were too afraid of like, oh, if I knock out a Grimmsnarl, I have to get rid of 7 things. And I really don't want to do that. Okay, we have many, many ways to win this game now. And I think we just put 2 on the Grimmsnarl. I don't know how much energy is left in the deck. Not very much. Okay, and then we go Impidimp. Hang on, what's left in the deck? I'll go get the Grimmsnarl that I know is in there. Do we have... We have Night Stretcher and Energy Recycler. So I don't actually have a way to recover the Toedscruel. But they don't know that. So is this a situation... I mean, they've got 4. I think maybe we try to trick them a little bit. We have that. We have the handheld fan. So yeah, yeah, if I get the Night Stretcher, then we're going to try and trick them a little bit. We're going to get a little tricky Jim here. Call me Jim, because we're about to get tricky. Ooh, we got double Crushing Hammer. Nutso. All right, then we go Crushing Hammer. Hey, get rid of that. Get rid of that metal energy. Okay, and then we can take a 4 prize turn next turn and win the game. Actually, we just win the game as long as I have a bosses somewhere, right? Yeah, if we just have a bosses somewhere, I can win the game. Or if they take a knockout, we can win the game. If they knock anybody out, we win the game. So I see their line of play. They were like, okay, that Toedscruel completely shuts down my entire deck. So there's no reason to do anything when their Grimmsnarl can't take a one-shot. You know, it'll build up the damage, which is bad, but I don't want to, you know, half-step anything because they have Monkey... Okay, well, that's not going in the video. Oh, man. You know, I'm just trying to... Yeah, very anticlimactic. That was not the prediction name. This is the prediction name, by the way. And Sailor Monica? That's what I Am Legend's mom said last night. Boom. Got him. Okay, well, I think we lead with the Munkidori, right? In this situation, you lead with the Monkey... You were there. Okay, this humor's starting to scare me, Monica. Oh my god, seriously, for the win? Okay, well... I blame For the Win for this. This is all For the Win's fault. And Myrtle, not even close. Okay, so we can still win the game. I'm not actually as concerned as maybe I should be. Just over a month. In my head it is. Are you sure? Well, that didn't go according to plan. That went the opposite of according to plan. Okay, so I guess we just attach to the Munkidori and hit him with the old Passeroo. Okay, I want the Scraggy build to be in the YouTube video because no one else is playing Scraggy. Because then I can say like, oh, you know, we got Scraggy is the perfect partner for Grimmsnarl EX, or Scraggy is the goated combo no one ever sees. Okay, but we do kind of just win if I get the Scraggy into play, right? Because I'm just going to be getting rid of their energy. They got a handy fan? Okay, that's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine, because I'll just get rid of their energy. Either I'll take a knockout, or I'll get rid of their energy. There's only two ways this is going. And we all know how this is going to go. Okay, well, I mean, I just take the knockout, right? I mean, why are we even talking right now? So we go for the handy fan. And yeah, you got a handy fan? I got one too, bro. You're not the only one who can give people a handy fan. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got an energy recycler. It just so happens to be in our hand. 2, 3, 1, 2. And then retreat into the Grimmsnarl. I'm going to go, yeah, handy fan on... Oh, no, the handy fan doesn't matter. I am now coming to the realization that the handy fan does not matter, and I don't know what I was thinking. I wonder if they're going to put it on the Munkidori. Oh, they put it on the Scraggy? That's fine. I mean, I could have held the energy for next turn, but whatever. Maybe I should have done that, because now I can't retreat, and my Munkidori's kind of trapped, and that's not good, and oh no, what have I done? But if I know anything about mill decks, is that they tend to mill themselves out first, and then they mill you out. Okay, well, yeah, the Crushing Hammer doesn't really matter. The Crushing Hammer only matters in my deck. That's not very nice. I thought you were on my team, Rich. I thought we were friends. I thought we had something. You're just a sellout, man. Oh, opponent still issue? Okay, yeah, definitely. My opponent, just they can't even do anything right. Am I right? All right, Arturo. I mean, you either have the counter catcher or you don't. This isn't really gonna... This isn't rocket surgery here. You either got what you need or you don't. And I would 100% use Spikemuth every single turn, because that takes a card out of my deck and puts it into my hand. And the bigger my hand for a late game Iono, the better my odds of winning are. See, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm super saying. We don't want more Impidimp on the field, though. Why would they use that stadium? Because they think they're being chill, like a backed caliber. Well, no, they just shuffled the deck after the Super Rod. If they don't run Turo, I'll be disappointed in Arturo. The only reason I'm playing this one out is because this is the prediction game. All right, well, I mean, I got my Scraggy. I got all the things. There's the neutralization zone. There's the bone zone. Yep, I got the Munkidori. That's fine. I have all the counters in the world. Well, actually, I don't. I need to put... I should have not done what I did. I screwed up bigly. All right, well, I guess we just go Spikemuth, Crushing Hammer. Hey, get out of here. And then, unfortunately, there goes my energy recycler. Uh-oh. Okay, so there should be 3 or 4 energies. Ah, there we go. Amazing. We're not going to worry about the Toad Scroll, because that's just something they can easily trap in the old Dekarooski. We don't want that. Shiny Ray. I don't know. I don't know if the 5% would think that was a good joke or not. You know, I got to get that 5% up. So if anyone tries to tell a joke, I will only listen to the 5% if that's good. And Monica, you speak on behalf of all women. So unfortunately, Shiny Ray, the newly minted 12-month sub. Okay, well, we got a Scraggy for this exact scenario. All right, that's fine. We got a Impidimp. That's great. I mean, there's no reason, right? There's no reason to do anything. I'm doing 30 damage every turn. So even if they put Mimikyu in the active, I can still use Grimmsnarl to do some shenanigans. Yeah, those are... Counter catchers sure are looking useless right now. Those counter catchers sure are looking useless. Xerosix Machinations. Really? You're gonna hit that Xerosix this early? All right, fine. You want to be like that? I mean, I guess I just do nothing. Ooh, we got a super rod. Oh, this is hilarious. All right, yeah, we keep hitting the task. Such a fun game. Oh, God. You know, we were off to such a great start. Why was the Blissey version of this deck so good and the other ones were just... Okay, well, it wasn't necessarily that the decks are bad. It's just the matchups that are so boring and weird. And Shiny Ray, that's literally the title of the stream. And I'm definitely not going to reuse the same title tomorrow for the deck that I'm playing tomorrow. That would be rather shallow and pedantic. Grimmsnarl is new and cool, and so is the deck I'm playing tomorrow. You know, the deck I'm playing tomorrow is so powerful that the dev has to go out of their way to nerf it. It's nerf or nothing. Am I right? What'd they just mill? Of course they got rid of the energy recycler. Of course. Why wouldn't you? Only a loser would fail to get rid of my energy recycler. I like saying the word recycler. Okay, well, there's another energy. Like, okay, I get it that they don't want to concede super duper early, but like, come on. Your strategy is you're just going to bring up my Munkidori and try to trap it. You don't even have a gemstone. You need a gemstone. You need the Calamitous Wasteland. Rich Tuesday. But, I mean, you said how many days do I have left to cheese wins with Stevens Matagross? You're not going to be able to cheese wins with Stevens Matagross because it's bad. And Potato Man. Now, I'll be totally fine. If they just don't hit it, okay, counter catcher, sure. I'll just retreat into Scraggy. I'll just retreat into my Scraggy. I'm not really worried. Yeah, that's cool. We'll just retreat into Scraggy and get rid of your stuff there. Get rid of your stuff, broski. And then next turn we'll do the thing. So there you go. There's a crunch. And of course we're 10 damage, or sorry, yeah, we're 10 damage away from a knockout with Scraggy. You know, imagine being a YouTuber and uploading a video playing Great Tusk for a long time. Imagine doing a full stream playing Great Tusk. That's just cringe. You know, pardon my French, but that's just cringe. I don't condone that. Oh my God, again? Okay, cool. I wonder what I'm gonna do. I wonder what card I'm gonna play right now. Oh, now they're being like, I'm gonna over-attach energy now. This is so much fun. We are having all of the fun right now. How many counter catcher are they down? 3? I mean, I guess I put the Impidimp into play. Right? Because then I just do Super Rod Impidimp and that's it. Oh, cool. All of the supporters that I wanted. All of the cards that would have... okay, yeah, sure. We'll go Impidimp. Attach the energy. Retreat. Scraggy. Crunch. So much fun, right? Press 1 if you're having fun. They need a counter catcher here, or else they lose. And Potato, yeah, we did talk about this, and I'll talk about it in the video on Sunday. Genesect is good. And Timbax, damn straight. Airy right now would be so funny. Ace Wing, do not put that evil on me. They 100% need a counter catcher, though. They have to have not prized their last counter catcher. Because, you know, they just played Sada. Well, yeah, well, counter catch. What do you mean they just played? Yeah, they just played. That's fine. What's wrong with playing Sada? I mean, the order of operations right now suggests that they don't have a counter catcher and they're just delaying the inevitable. Any time. Okay, now you're retreating. Okay. This is a bold strategy of wasting more time. Okay, cool. Yeah, oh, yeah, you're doing more things. Oh, wow, thank you. Thank you for bequeathing upon us the ability to play the game. That was so much fun. So enjoyable. I'm so glad we did that. No, they have the Dunsparce. The Dunsparce prevents them from decking out. So we just go retreat. And then, hey, we get to take 2 prizes. Isn't that fun? Like, they should have known that I am the #1 handsomest prestige level player, prestige 2 level player. Okay, we're doing another Scraggy one, okay? That was a win, by the way. Thank you for believing. Scraggy is not goated. I'm starting to think the Crushing Hammer is better than Handy Fan. We're level 241. And Myrtle, and it's the truth. Hey, apparently level 241 is 200 trainer points. And, like, if it was more than just sleeves, I think I'd buy the Super Premium Collection, but I have enough sleeves, okay? Look at how many sleeves I have too many sleeves. And where would I even find it? Like, I don't have the Stantler sleeves because I refuse to buy them. But, like, you can sort them by dumb things, but you can't search for them. And Miles, I mean, if that was possible, I mean, oh me, I don't know if it's even possible. And Potato, unfortunately, I don't have some of the sleeves that are from, like, collection boxes from way back in the day that you can't really find codes for anymore. Yeah, I mean, I still have, like, a lot. Some would say too many. But I have all of the ones that you could get on PDCGL. All right, we got Impidimp. That's great. And Monica. Are they the Shining Legends ETB? Well, I guess we just attach and end turns. We're facing Golden Joe. Okay, do I win against Golden Joe? Yes, as long as we don't lose. Yeah, those are the Shining Legends ETB, which is actually, yeah, it's a really nice sleeve. I'm sure it's somewhere in there in my collection. And my favorite coin was the Chansey coin, the pink Chansey coin. And then it turns out the PDCGL dev coded it incorrectly and it's supposed to be purple. And then they changed it and it looks terrible and I hate it. So it was a glitch in the game for like 2 years where the purple Chansey coin was pink. And my immersion is ruined. Ruined, I tell ya. I think I just TM Evolution. I just put the TM Evolution on the Morgrem, right? Yeah. As long as I didn't prize the Toedscruel and the Toedscruel, we will win this game. And even if I prize the Toedscruel, as long as I can get it off the prizes, we'll be fine. I just need, you know, my Spikemuth here. I need a playable card. What? Are you serious? This was supposed to be a win. I literally have 3 Spikemuth. I have all of the cards. And Potato? Is it Potato or Potato? Okay, I'm not going to give them... You don't get the satisfaction. And Nick? No, we were having a discussion. We were just... I don't even get to see the end screen. But yeah, all they were going to do was Cypher Maniac, the Energy Search Pro on the top, use Golden Go's ability, get 8 energy, and then do the thing. And Ryan, one really good way is if you subscribe to me here and give me money. Because that way you won't have to watch ads, and you can just see all of the glorious gameplay right away. Oh, my deck's evolving again. That means, oh god. I mean, this is a fine start. I think we're facing Zoroark, which is actually a bad matchup. I think Zoroark is a bad matchup, right? Let's double check the deck. We don't have the Toedscruel. That would have helped exponentially. I think we just go get the Badoo. And then I believe it's just retreat into the Badoo. I mean, I could have left the Toedscruel in the active and just retreated next turn or something, but I'm a crazy person. And Nick, yeah, you all those too many zingers, you know, all that glorious content, you know, you should definitely subscribe so you don't miss all the glorious gameplay mixed in, crap. Mixed in with all the crap. With all the complaints about how bad this game is. Okay, this is an unplayable hand, thank you. You know, you prized my Toedscruel and you gave me an unplayable hand. Except for the fact that I can do 180 to a Pecharunt. So if they just try to chill with the Pecharunt in the active, I think that gives us game. I'm playing the Okie Dokie list and I prize double Scizor. That's definitely a skill issue, Ryan. Just put in redeemable ticket and you'll be good to go. Wait, do they not have... Wait. Okay, I was like, they went to get everything that wasn't Buddy Puffin, right? They did get Buddy Puffin. I thought it was something else because it was gold. Okay, so they're getting N's PP up. That's fine. If they have a Binding Mochi, they can knock out my Badoo. Did they... Oh, they got a Power Glass. Oh, that's a funny play. I was not expecting to see that. The Pecharunt into Zorua into free retreat with N's Castle. Oh, man. My hand is great, isn't it? And Shiny Ray, I might lose to Zoroark for the first time in the history of the universe. But if they ever don't attack with Badoo, we'll be fine. If they ever attacked with their Zoroark, we're actually still kind of screwed. Wait, was that an Okie Dokie EX? Are they playing... No, they're not playing Scramble Switch. They're playing Cedra Box. I got an Ursaluna. Okay, so... The Ursaluna in the bin is very good for us. Because it means if I just get the Toedscruel off the prizes, they probably will never be able to get it back. Just like, you know, my 50s playing this game. Okay, I don't think they're going to attack here. Yeah, they're just going to prevent my items. That's unfortunate. You know, apparently 10 or 11 energy isn't enough. There's a judge. Oh my god, am I seriously about to play Judge? Yes, I have to. I wanted to resist the urge, but I feel like I have to. So you gave me more items. Oh, this is such a game. This is, again, this is one of the games of all time, for sure. Okay. Remember, when I lose this game, I did not lose to Zoroark. I lost to Badoo and PDCGL's Shuffler. I mean, I guess I just go up with the Toedscruel. Seems like a terrible idea, but let's do it. Because the odds of me getting the Toedscruel out of the prizes are almost 0, but the odds of me getting an energy are 10 out of 10. Okay, let's just... See, I didn't lose, I conceded. There's a difference. I'm being a little, I'm using the concede button a little too much today. You know, like I found my one judge instead of, you know, my Arven or any of my 10 energy that were still in the deck or any of my Iono or just any playable cards. I smell a conspiracy. I also smell burnt toast and my left arm is going numb, but those must be unrelated. Okay, see, this is a terrible starting hand. I'm going to have to use Impidimp. Yeah, we're going to have to use the old Filch for one. Or I could Badoo. Okay, press 1 for Filch, press 2 for Badoo. There's only one cure for that, Nick. So 1 for Filch, 2 for Badoo. We're going Filch. We're Filching. Man, it's so weird. Just the matchups where Scraggy didn't matter was the matchups where everything was going right. And then the matchups where Scraggy does matter, I've prized everything and I can't draw cards. And Myrtle, I'm enjoying it. It's just I need to get, you know, a video. I can maybe put that Blissey game from like an hour and a half ago in there and force it, or I can just upload the VOD to YouTube. Because remember, I'm still working on that VOD channel. But the only way you can beat Raging Bolt with Grimmsnarl is Scraggy and Toad's Cruel and not really Handy Fan. Okay, so we just go double Impidimp. We filch for a card. So we got the Scraggy, and then we go filch for 1. Can I get a playable card? So remember when I said, can I get a playable card? And you said no. Those were fun times, weren't they? I mean, maybe they just don't have a good hand and they'll roaring. No, they're going to do something. E-Rich throw a Hoopa EX in the deck. That's the opposite of the strategy, though. Hoopa wants to do damage based on the energy they have in play. Yeah, it is one of the hands of all time. And don't forget, I have, I think, 10 draw supporters, like 4 Arven, 4 Iono. I think it's either 1 or 2 research and 1 judge. And then I also have Unfair Stamp. So I have 12 outs just in trainer cards. And then I also have, you know, Spikemuth Gym plus Rare Candy. I have, oh, did you notice that did we prize the Toad School? Probably. Like, I can't put more things in here, right? Did they forget? Do they not have a stadium? Did they forget? Did they make an oopsie? Oh, no, they're playing Area 0. Ooh, okay, we got judged. Certainly we'll get a better hand. It's somehow worse. The hand somehow got worse. Don't ask me how, but it did. How did an unplayable hand get worse? It's PTCGL. That's how. Somehow we got 4 fresh new cards, and none of them are playable. Riddle me that. Okay, so I think we have to go Morgrem in the active. And there's an Arven because of course it is. Okay, so Scraggy down. All right, we're going to put the Morgrem there, and then we go Arven for Unfair Stamp. Unfair Stamp. TM Evolution. Sure. And then Unfair Stamp down to 2. If we can go to Hooters, this might be a win. And... okay, Fezandipiti, I choose you. You got this, buddy. Okay, that's actually fine. I'm gonna, what, TM Evolution for nothing? Okay, we go Spikemuth for Grimmsnarl. Yep. I have my only Morgrem in the hand, so there's no reason to do anything. So let's just... I guess we do that, and I guess I... How much energy we got? Okay, we got an energy there. We can do this. Press 1 if you believe. Press 2 if you're a realist. Yeah, did you think about drawing a playable hand? Hey, I got a playable hand. I top decked Arven after complaining super hard, because that's all I do. And then we got nothing, and then we Fezandipiti'd for 3 more and got even more nothing. Okay, so I think we have to knock out the Hoot Hoot. I think we have to give a Larbage and throw out our garbage. All right, so we did prize the Toad School. That is one very funny thing, is that the Toad School is currently prized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. And then I guess I just Morgrem again. We got to get all the energy out of the deck. Okay? That's really all we can do at this point. Just get all the energy out of that deck and just increase our chances of being able to play the game. Okay, so I think I have to knock out the Hoot Hoot. Right? I don't think I can let the Hoot Hoot survive, because that's their main out right now. Is, yeah, they'll probably have a Fezandipiti and I'll regret everything. Toad School? That's a handy fan. That's less good. And do the handy fans actually make sense here? Because the whole way that I win this game against Raging Bolt is you get your Toad School into play. So, of course, we prized our Toad School. The other way is you unfair stamp them into Oblivion and they can't do anything. And then you unfair stamp them to Skyrim. Get it? Okay, well, they're potentially giving me a win here. Okay, so we go Spikemuth, send him, put him down a peg here. And then we get the Grimmsnarl. Okay, we make sure we don't evolve this guy. Okay, they're prepping their Teal Mask Ogerpon, which is not great. And I also can't put 30 damage on it, which is not great. So if I retreat and take the knockout with Scraggy, does that make sense? Or do I just let them take the knockout so my Iono get more powerful? Yeah, I guess we just put the handy fan there. We go Shadow Bullet. I try to soften up a Raging Bolt. Yeah, of course they got another Hooters. That's fine. You know, you should limit the amount of times you go to Hooters. It's not healthy. I wonder if this is going to be a Prime Catcher. Or they just didn't put the Teal Mask Ogerpon because they don't got it? Oh, hello! Did the unfair stamp just win us this game? Or am I the greatest player ever? Alright, well, I think we win now, right? Because I just got to knock out 2 Raging Bolt. Monica, well, unfortunately, you may never get that opportunity. Oh, man, the unfair stamp into nothing play? Ah, crap. Okay, so they will hit me with the Teal Mask Ogerpon. I believe I have to hit them with Scraggy, right? Oh, interesting decision. I would have taken the knockout with Teal Mask Ogerpon. Because they have to get rid of 3 energy. Oh, this is a very, very interesting decision by my opponent. If I can just find my counter catcher, that's it for them. Okay, so Handy Fan did nothing. If I find the counter catcher, we win. I think regardless, I go up with the Scraggy. Or no, we go up with this Scraggy. Because it only has 1 retreat cost. And then... Okay, Buddy Poffin. We are going to get out the Badoo. Right? Why not? Thin out the deck, increase chances here for... I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something. That was not what we wanted. Okay, so we go Handy Fan on the Scraggy. I believe I go Super Rod, Morgrem, and 2 energy. Morgrem, 2 energy. And yeah, we Iono. because that puts him down to 3. I can crunch, KO the dude, and that's game. Oh man, that was a... Again, the Scraggy has done nothing. Okay, ignore that. The unfair stamp absolutely won us this game, and then, you know, Grimmsnarl being awesome. But, you know, the Scraggy helped us in spirit. Right? The Scraggy was just there to cheer us on, to help us, you know, feel good about ourselves. That was its entire point. Right? That was the entire point of the Scraggy. I mean, maybe I should have, you know, dug a little deeper to get the Morgrem, but like that Raging Bolt has 30 hit points left. There's literally nothing they can do. And Nick, that was our most successful version. And Trepiers, okay, don't point that out. I didn't do the math properly. But I wanted this game to be a little bit more exciting. Because I want this game to go on the YouTube video, but I wanted to add suspense to it. And I'm totally saying that because I totally planned to screw this up. And I didn't make an oopsie at all. This was totally planned. I knew what I was doing from the very beginning because there needs to be suspense. Like, I could throw this game. We gotta make it suspenseful. Right? Because this was a really boring game. It was just, I win. There was no stress. There was no suspense. But now we can lose. Now everything could just go to hell and we could absolutely just lose the game here. Doesn't that make life more exciting? Oh God, I've made a terrible mistake. Okay, so they knocked me out. Okay, we got this. We got this. I Spikemuth out the thing. Okay, there's 360. Bet you can't do that again. And then all we need is bosses. We're gonna bosses. I think we're out of counter catcher. I think that was our only counter catcher, but we have 2 bosses, right? Okay, that's an Iono. We can Iono them down to 1, or we can do other things. We have other options here. Okay, we have... Oh, no, we do have it. Oh, that's so boring. Fine. I wanted to add suspense and be like, oh, no, we have to get the rare candy, and then we have to get bosses off of this. And then it's like, oh, no, we've had it all along. That's so boring. I mean, the Scraggy took the KO. That's fun. Haha. Laugh. But please clap. Okay. Yes, I did screw up the math. I couldn't see. You know, it's kind of hard when there's feet. We also had a Munkidori in the deck and a Toadstool. Yes, we prized everything. All of our spice cards were prized. Just like how Scary Spice, I can't remember what are the names of the Spice Girls. Ginger Spice. Ice Spice, I don't know. We won the game. I tried to make it suspenseful. I'm sorry, YouTube audience, that the Scraggy is not good, but the Blissey Grimmsnarl version, that one is good. Yeah, just Raging Bolt. The unfair stamp, though. Toad ability is underrated. Yeah, especially when you can't use it at all. All right, let's switch over to the Pecharunt. So this is the full Pecharunt build. I'm not going to look at the list that I made like a week ago. We're just going to go for it. Is this a bot? There's no way bots get to Master Lead, right? You have to win like 3 games in a row to get to Master League from Ultra League. There's no way. You know, losses definitely count for something. And it's not like you have high-level players lobbying for the game to fix the rank ladder that they had working perfectly and then they broke it. You know, it's not like the rank ladder was working perfectly and didn't send you back down to 0. No, that's always been the case. Outcast posted like an ad on the PDC jail subreddit, instantly downvoted to 0. It's just filling out a survey and you get money or something. Okay, this is almost a playable hand. And Monica, yeah, I mean, it is more fun because you can face anybody. But it's like, at least in Master League, there's... I mean, you get to... Okay, oh... That's not good. How do I deal with this again? Wait, which version am I playing? I'm playing Pecharunt? Oopsie. They got Hoopa, they got Lapras, they got everything. All right, so I have to remember the 5th of November that we can't just flood the field with energy. We have to be a little careful here. All right, well, let's just go for a Impidimp. And I currently have no way of dealing with the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. Yeah, let's just... I mean, I have a starting hand, right? I can go next turn Grimmsnarl. We can put 2 into play. We can start doing things. I think that's the right call. Right? It's like, I could use Iono. I could get a terrible, unplayable hand. They're probably going to Iono me. Well, actually, they're probably going to Crispin. So I think next turn we just go Rare Candy, Grimmsnarl, 2 energy on the Grimmsnarl, Iono, hope for a Munkidori, do a manual attachment. Because yes, the Ogerpon is bad, and the Lapras is a Terra. Oh, they're all Terras, except for the Fezandipiti. So bad things are about to happen. We can't really play the game. So if they just choose not to attack, I believe we lose. Gravity Mount Luminous, right? Because... Oh, no, because I can poison. Okay, so the Pecharunt... No, the Pecharunt allows us to win the game. Yeah, I can still win. The Pecharunt allows us to win the game. Simply because I can poison my own Grimmsnarl and then take the damage off of it and Munkidori it. So... Believe it or not, we have a chance to win. And we got a Mochi, which doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's go Nest Ball for that. And then I think we get a Munkidori. Okay, and then... I mean, the problem is they could Crispin. Right, they could just go, I'm just going to use Crispin and then knock out your Morgrem and then I'll be super screwed. Okay, I believe it's still the right case to use Itchy Pollen. Right, just use Itchy Pollen until I can knock out the Fezandipiti and then, you know, just do things. Because obviously the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is bad. But yeah, they're playing... They got the Lapras, though. They got the Cyclizar? Oh my goodness. I mean, the good news is I do have a way around this, and I will have to use my bosses. I just can't remember how many bosses I put in the deck. Typically, for decks like these, it's either 1 counter catcher 2 bosses or 2 counter catcher 1 bosses. It just depends if you plan on doing your reach around or not. Or sorry, coming from behind. And of course, they didn't play Crispin, and I could have just gone Morgrem into Grimmsnarl. It would have been fine, but... You know, maybe they did have a Crispin. Boss encounters will be prized. Well, we can take 2 prizes on the Fezandipiti. It's just this thing is the only thing that matters. And, you know, the Terra's having a built-in bench barrier. You know, this is why I said Shaman isn't the end-all, be-all in the world. Did they just... Okay, this is a pilot level oopsie here. You got to do the conceit of shame, right? There's no way you don't conceit of shame here. Well, at least end your turn. I think they're reading all of their cards, and they might come to the realization that Fezandipiti's not a Terra. I think we give them a thumbs up here. Did they just... Okay, they ended their turn. They literally ended their turn there. They did not go, oh, I just made a huge oopsie. I need to get out of here. They ended their turn. Why did I just put 2 Impidimp into play? That should be... I need Pecharunt and something else. Okay, so we go Munkidori, Itchy Pollen. And then just Nest Ball for Pecharunt. I mean, it doesn't really matter having the extra Munkidori if they don't do anything. And there's a Terapagos. Okay. They're going to penny it and didn't want to lose the crystal. That would be a goated play right there. Okay, knock out an Impidimp. Knock out a Badoo. Do something. Hit my Grimmsnarl. Play cards. Yeah, if I was thinking clearly, you know, if I didn't watch them just Sparkling Crystal of Fezandipiti when they had 4 Terras in play, I probably would have, you know, known that, oh, 1 Impidimp is fine. But I was just so gobsmacked. I was godsmacked. I stood alone. We got to hit him with the what? There we go. So wait, de-evolution and switch. See, I should have gone for the Morgrem. Wait, didn't they? Wait. They're going to hit my Grimmsnarl, then they're going to de-evolution my Grimmsnarl? You're showing me your plan before you show me your plan? Okay. Wait, are they trying to be really smart here? Because if I do something wrong, they could actually win. Yeah, like I feel like if I put the Munkidori, that's bad. Right? So we want to go for the Nest Ball. We want to get the Pecharunt. That's what we still want to do. And then we shall Munkidori to, yeah, this guy. And then Pecharunt subjugating chains onto the Grimmsnarl. We knock out the Fez. And I think I Binding Mochi and Impidimp because we can still use the Morgrem. And then we just put the damage on the Terapagos because we can still use Binding Mochi on Morgrem with 2 energy on it, and that'll do a hundo. So we can 2-shot the corners. We can still do things. You were right. We did prize the bosses. See, all the cards I needed were prized. I needed the Nest Ball. I needed the bosses. All prized. Yeah, they are, any time here, Pikachu. Any time you wanna do something. Okay, well, I'm thinking that they're not here, but the Terapagos would be what they promote, right? You would 100% promote the Terapagos in this situation because you want to use Prism Charge, and it doesn't really matter if I take a prize. Okay. There's a Crispin. They can still use de-evolution and knock out my Grimmsnarl, which would be fine. It's just very annoying, and this is boring, and what the hell, and why are we still here? Just to suffer? They're powering up Lapras against a Grimmsnarl Munkidori deck that can accelerate like 15 energy into play. They're powering up the Lapras. Okay. And Pikachu, please. I can only be so negative. I can only be so negative for so long. That's what people are watching me for, is for the negativity. Okay, yeah. This is... We're having fun. How have I not been able to bump the Gravity Mountain, by the way? Don't I play like 2 or 3 Spikemuth? Oh, this is our what? Who? Who? Am I an owl here? Who? Who is that for? What is that for? I am so confused. What are you using the Jirachi? Who are you stopping? It stops damage counters from basics. There's Flutter Mane. There's no way it's just for charge energy, right? Okay, it is not as difficult. Okay, they're attacking with the Cyclizar. As everyone here predicted, they are going to be attacking with the Cyclizar. You know, I could have told you that. You know, we didn't need to do this whole rigmarole. I could have told you that that's what they were planning to do this entire time. Okay. Here comes the plane. Again, there's many other things I should be doing here that are not this, but I don't understand. They're gonna draw 5. Okay, remember when I played this card? Those were fun times. Okay, so I'll play one more game and then that'll be the end of the stream. So we'll start a prediction. I'm sure it'll be against Gardevoir and I will regret my decision to play one more game. But I need to make up for not streaming yesterday, even though I told you I wouldn't be streaming yesterday. Okay, come on. Just use Zircon Row. Just take the knock. Wait, they're not taking the knockout. They literally can't take a knockout with Cyclizar. Yeah, the vibes are down. And if we run into a Gardevoir player next, that's bad. And Jetty, absolutely. Okay, oh, they're using Breakthrough. Out of all of the attacks that they could have used, they decided to go for Breakthrough. And we win the game. Because I have an energy switch, so we win the game. That was fun. Didn't we all have fun there? Wasn't that a fun time had by all? I don't even need the other Munkidori and we just win. Because I can do math. Oh yeah, I didn't need to do that because we got the Mochi. I don't know. My head hurt. Me head hurt. Yep, those are prizes. Grimmsnarl. More Grimmsnarl? Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, whatever. We're playing this one. I can't remember what the other version is. Wait, is there another version? I got Pecharunt, Scraggy. Oh, the Morpeko build. Yeah, we don't need the Morpeko build. The Morpeko build is dumb. This is the Pecharunt poison build. This is for winners. 11,000 on win. As soon as we find out what I'm playing, I'm going to end the submission. So somebody bet 1 channel point on lose. Oh, no. Somebody bet a channel point on lose and you'll win 11,000 because what is this hand? But we're going to top deck out of it. I guarantee you we're going to top deck out of this. 31. Somebody just bet 20,000 on a win. Do you not see my starting hand? There we go. 10 points. Okay, as soon as they flip this over, we're running submissions. It's a Duskull deck. Okay, that tells us nothing. So I'm going to keep it going. It's probably Dragapult, but I'm going to keep the submissions going until they give us more indication of what we're playing against. Apparently we're playing against someone who's not here. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to keep on rolling. Hey, that's a pretty good start. Okay, so let's go Nest Ball for Munkidori. Wait, I was like, do we have it somehow? No, we don't currently have it. We just go Itchy Pollen. We do have it next turn, though. If they don't bench anybody, we do win the game. So I guess that's when I end submissions. There we go. Okay, they're going to Arven. All right, so we don't just win right away. There's potentially 31,000 channel points going somewhere. Wait, is it still running? No, I ended it. They can't poffin? Yeah, but they'll figure out a way. PDCGL will break. They'll get a basic. Yeah, you were right. It is Zard. All right, well, that was GG. That was fun. I had a lot of fun there, didn't I? So much fun. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we prized our Grimmsnarl? That would have been hilarious. Okay, we'll do one more with whatever I decide, okay? And you gotta blame PDCGL for this one. I mean, to be fair, I did say to vote no, but I didn't know that PDCGL was just going to be like, yeah, you win. Congrats. Again, we prized the bosses. And ET, yeah, they're probably phoning home right now. They were very mean to me. They were very, wait, what's a Charizard player voice? Yeah, they were very mean to me. I didn't like it very much. It was not very nice. All right, so what's the other? Yeah, Morpeko? Nah, we're just going to stick with the Pecharunt one. Well, Mark, most of those are your channel points that you just got back. I wouldn't be... And ET, I will not be doing the trainer trial. It's bad. Let me have this victory. I do not care about commons and uncommons and expanded for a trainer trial that's going to last a week. And it's so weird that they're giving us our first 1 week long trainer trial, and then they're just ending it to bring back another trainer trial that we already had. It's very, very weird management style. Like, it's because they want to give us a free deck, but it's like, you could have planned this out better. Could have done a slightly better job planning this out. Hey, I have a Turo in the list. That's pretty cool. And they got a Togepi. All right, well, you know what I call that? I call that a free prize. Did they just put a Luminous on a Togepi? Wait, what are they playing? Hang on, what's my opponent playing? If they're playing a Togepi with a Luminous energy... Oh, I don't have TM Evolution, do I? Did I forget to put TM Evolution in the deck, or did I prize it? Both are equally valid. As you've probably come to expect, both are equally valid. I guess I put the Badoo down. Or no, let's filch. Let's not annoy them. Let's be a cool person. Let's go into you. We're going to filch for 1. Because we're just going to get it like that. I've already decided that we're just going to... Okay, well... The card that we prized in the past 2 games is just here. Actually... Okay, well, there's an Artisan that I can Badoo you with if I want to. Oyster Boy. I see you, Oyster Boy. Okay, what do we got? What are we facing? Are we about to see... That tells me nothing. Okay, I mean, if you're playing an Evolution deck... Oh, no. Okay, well, things just got much worse if they're playing Leafeon. Okay, so wait. I got to do math. Oh, no, we just knock it out. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah. Oh, no, they're going to get the thing. Okay. They got that. Okay. I was expecting something. I was not expecting that thing. There were things that I was expecting in this situation. That would be what I would call not one of them. That should have 100% been like a Leafeon or something, right? Okay. Sure, if they magical shot, that's fine. I'll just rare candy this Impidimp and then put 2 on this guy and finish it off or something. I don't know. What is with these weird decks? Like, it's not like we're in the 1300s or anything. It's not like we're that person on Twitter who's under 1,000 and is in the 900s, which is probably impossible and it must take forever to find a game. But I refuse to concede. We need to have as high of a ranking for tomorrow's stream as possible. Because tomorrow's stream, it's just going to be too good. We're going to be winning way too much. So I have to be very careful that we don't go too crazy. Okay, Corkscrew Punch. Yippee. What is the trainer trial after this one? Twin Battle again. So it's the one where you have to have 2 copies of every card. But they're going to give us a free deck. So that could be anything. Right? Because the Twin Battle, it can be any deck. It's not like it has to be rares or something. So they could give us just like the craziest deck in the history of PDCGL if they wanted to. If they really wanted to reward us, they could just be like, yeah, we'll just give you the craziest deck you've ever seen in the history of your world. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, bro. Thank you. Really enjoyed that. That was a grand old time, as the kids these days would say. Okay. Like, to be fair, I do test out wacky decks. I did try like a Grimmsnarl with that Okidogi, and I didn't realize. Okay, thank you. I didn't realize that it needed 2 fighting, so I just immediately shame conceded and deleted the deck. But that was tough. And Shiny Ray, because then that would make it seem like they don't know what they're doing, and they wouldn't be able to say that, oh, trainer trials are actually really cool. All right, enjoy Sunny's stream. I'm forced to raid Sunny because of the 12-month sub. I just saw Sunny's Munkidori take 480. So everyone just raid message. Did someone just spank your monkey? All right, so I'll see you all tomorrow, most likely, unless something changes. But we're going to be playing a true meta deck tomorrow. Huh?